Well, well, well. Guess who it is? Diesel's back. Join me, subscribe, but get the word out. Diesel's back, and he ain't going nowhere. Hello. How are we all? Do you know what? I'm not going to lie. It feels really good to be right. I'm starting to see a lot more people now wanting to become Diesel's disciples. They obviously watch whenever I go live, which isn't a lot, I must admit, hands up. But nonetheless, they do watch. And as much as it kills them, they actually agree with a lot of what I've been saying. Because you guys know this. Look at me. I'm not the kind of guy who's just come off the boat. You know, I've been around, seen life, seen a lot of this football club. You know, which is why I talk about things in general, not just football. Do not box me in. Yeah? Do not pigeonhole me. We talk about everything. Right? But I've always been honest with you guys about this football club, the lack of ambition, okay, the just the piss poor mentality of this club. And you know what? We're going to delve into it, guys. Of course, we're going to delve into it because, you know, I've sat back. I've had a little bit of a break. Work's been crazy, but nonetheless, I've sat back and I've just watched and observed because that's what Diesel likes to do. Yeah, I like to watch, you know, sit back, watch, and just see what people are saying. See what certain people have been saying. The sort of people who always go with the narrative. Whatever's popular, they come out and they say it. And then now they're trying to... Have you noticed this, guys? A lot more people now are slowly trying to come over to our side. Yeah? Well, my advice, as per the thumbnail, the title of this thumbnail, yeah, you deserve this. You guys deserve this. A lot of these super fans, you deserve what you're seeing right now. Do not come over to our side. Yeah, as I said, I think it's on the thumbnail. I said it on Instagram. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. What that means is stay away from us. It's too late. Too late. When a name call us and abuse us, we dare speak out about the great Michelle. Well, no, I'm sorry. No, because now you guys are starting to see the real Michelle, the real Arsenal, the real ambition, yeah, the real mentality, the real attitude. And you're slowly, catchy monkey. You're now starting to want to drift over to our side. Nah, sorry. You stay over there. I don't want you over here. Loser mentality. Absolute scumbags. Simple as that. Anyway, before we delve deep into what we're going to talk about tonight, honestly, a lot has gone on. Trump is in again as president. I want to touch on that. Also, I want to touch on the Menendez brothers because I watched that on Netflix and I'm busting to talk to you guys about it because I've got my own take on that. However, that will all come later. Let's start with, well, first things first, let's start with this absolute joke of a football club. But before I do that, let me just give you guys in the chat a special mention. You know what I normally do, yeah? For anyone who remembers. Right, let's go, eh? Yeah. And also, by the way, guys, we also have a celebrity. I've just noticed as well, we have a celebrity in the chat. Right now, I'm going to call him out and just tell me if you can remember him, because he was a celebrity back in the day. Yeah, he had his own show. Right, it involved a camera. I'm not going to say any more. However, let's start with this. AFC always. Come on, big up, bro. We've got Warren's Team Talk, a.k.a. Wazza. Big up yourself, Wazza. Listen, I spoke to Warren earlier on. He's very unwell. He's very ill. So, unfortunately, he won't be in tonight to tune in. However, he's promised me and he's assured me he's going to watch this on playback. So, Warren, from myself and all the guys in the chat, wish you well. I hope you get better very soon, my friend. Love you. We've got Petrol Arsenal in the chat as well. There he is. We've got Mindful Haven in the chat. There he is. Celebrity. Who remembers this guy, Jeremy? Do you remember Jeremy Beadle? Watch out. Beadle's about. Oh, my God. That's going back, isn't it? Blimey, that's how old I am. We've got Pepsi Pack in the chat. We've got Mark PJF85 in the chat. We've got Joe Gugg in the chat. Sorry, excuse me. We've got the lovely Joanne Smith in the chat. We've got my old friend, my good friend Flo. In fact, let me bring him up. Flo Zanelli, my good friend. I hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well from down under. Come on. Big up yourself, Flo. I love you. We've got Lenny Moon in the chat as well. We've got Kabir Adin in the chat. We've got Dominic Buckner in the chat. Dom, I'm sorry, mate. I know. Look, I'm not going to blag you because I say this every single time. I'm not going to lie, mate. I'll be honest. I'm going to be, do you know what? Hand on heart, I've never lied to you guys. I'm going to be totally honest. Yes, work gets in the way. It does. I have a very stressful job and it's long hours. And sometimes I'm getting older now. I come home. I get home late overnight. I've just about got enough time to do dinner and have a shower and watch a little bit of telly and try to have some little form of social life. I've either got a bird coming around or I'm here on my own, or I've got my little boy here or whatever. But you know what, guys? Sometimes I'm just absolutely shattered. I'm so tired. I know you wouldn't think it because obviously, you know, I still look in my 20s, right? I get it, you know, loads of Aveeno cream and cocoa butter and all that sort of stuff, right? Hence the melanin, yeah? Obviously, we age very well, yeah? It's no secret, let's be honest. Let's just tell it how it is, right? However, but aside from that, I just get bored talking about this club. Dom, I'm going to be honest with you. I say the same thing. And I know that so many other Arsenal channels, you know, they do it on a weekly one, that they spout the same stuff week in, week out. It's all recycled. It's all, you know, rinse and repeat and all this. And there's just this little part of me that thinks if I do that, eventually you guys are going to get bored because you heard it last week, you heard it the week before, you heard it the week before that, you heard it last month, you heard it 2 months ago, you heard it 6 months ago, 10 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. Shall I go on? But Dom, I see your point, mate. I understand. I'll tell you, listen, I totally get it. Totally get it. Yeah, and all I can do is just try in future. I'm even thinking about trying to do every Monday. I know it's once a week, but it's better than nothing, right? So I'm going to try and stick to that. We've got Early Doors Football TV in the chat as well. Tone, big up yourself, mate. Hope you're well. We've got Todd Burge in the chat as well. There he is. We've got Creative Soul Ricolo. I think you're new. Oh, unless you've changed your name. Either way, thank you for joining us. Much appreciated. Oh my! And if you are new, oh my God, are you going to be taught some education tonight? So listen, stick around, stay here. Right, we've got Football Capo as well in the chat. This is an absolute top guy. Yeah, known this guy from time. Come on, my guy. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining me. We've got Manny as well. Big up yourself, Manny. Hope you're well, mate. Manny, come on. Pepsi Pack. I think I've said Pepsi anyway, but I'll shout him out again. My memory. So I mean, old age, honestly, no word of a lie. We've got Lucas Hood 92 in the chat as well. There he is. Big up yourself, Lucas. Hope you're well, mate. We've got Tayyip Hussein in the chat. Come on. Excuse me. We've got Ryan Stockley in the chat, my neighbour. Big up yourself, Ryan. Hope you're well, mate. And I think that's about it. Right, lovely. Listen, as we all know, every time I do a stream, as we all know, people will just rock up late, you know. And yeah, I shall greet them as and when they come in. Right. Excuse me. Right. So 24 people in the chat at the moment. I fully expect that to increase as we go along. Obviously, we've got a lot to talk about. But look, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to be the same old. You know, I don't ever change with the wind like a lot of these other mugs do. And we all know the mugs I'm talking about. I don't have to name them. Yeah. Let's just have it right. Come on. We have a lot of dibs in our fan base. It's an absolute fact. But you know what? What I'm noticing, obviously, you know, there's a lot more people now. You know, Michelle is starting to come under some pressure, I see. You know, I'm starting to see a lot of these fake super fans start to question him. Whereas before, when I did it, or certain others did it, oh my God, say what you want about our football club. Say what you want about anything in life, Diesel, whether it be birds, a mortgage, a house, a flat, this, that, the other. But don't you dare ever speak bad about our manager, Mikel. Don't ever do that. You can say whatever you want about anything else. You can slate Edu. You can slate Vinay. You can slate Garlic. Anyone, but just do not slate our beloved Mikel, because if you do, it's really going to upset us. And I don't know where we go from here, Dees. I really don't. Now, do you know what? Yes, obviously a comedy element of me doing that. But do you know what? If we're being totally honest, guys, that's more or less how it's been, right? Say what you want about the club, say what you want about certain players, say what you want about the style of play, say what you want about this, injuries, blah, 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 this, that, the other. But the minute you mention this manager, the minute you speak ill of our manager, oh my God, are your cards marked? That's a fact, right? It is. How many times have I said to you guys, it still shocks me to this day, the level of protection this manager has. It shocks me. It shocks me. I saw Wenger get protection. Nothing compared to this. Nothing compared to this, I promise you, right? But see, little cracks are starting to appear. A lot more people are now questioning this manager. They're questioning his tactics, yeah? And rightly so. Any manager who's on 8, 9, 10 million a year, you deserve to be under pressure because it comes with the job, okay? It can't be all reward, no risk. Not having that. He deserves to be under pressure. And I've always said, guys, I don't rate this manager. Nothing personal. I don't dislike him like some others do. Yeah. I'm not one of these Arsenal fans. I see on certain other channels, you know, Michel's only got to wake up in the morning and breathe and they're on him. You know, I'm not that bad. Yeah. I don't dislike him. Yeah. I was one of very few. In fact, if from memory serves me rightly, someone who watches me normally on here, Danny Cook, me and Danny Cook were the only two, I believe, from what I saw, who were in favour and who supported Michel when it came to Aubameyang. Yeah, I thought that was the right call. And at the time, if you remember, so many Arsenal fans were like, oh my God, Michel, what are you doing? What are you doing? Aubameyang, you can't sell him. You can't get rid of him. What are you doing? Whereas I was like, no, too right. He's got to go. Got to go. Any player I watch who ducks out of challenges and shows cowardice, yeah, and a soft mentality on that pitch, I don't want you here. I don't care who you are. Get out. Yeah? Totally agree with Michel on that. Totally agree. And so did Danny Cook. And it's only, you know, in recent times that people look back and think, yeah, it was the right decision. Yeah. We didn't say that at the time, though, did you? But, you know, whatever. Yeah. The truth of the matter is this, guys. I will come to the, in fact, let me do it now because as I've been talking, there have been a few new people coming in. So, yeah, big up yourself. Excuse me. I did see some. Creative Soul, Ricolo or Ricolo. No probs, bro. Newcomer here. Come on. Thank you very much. I love new people. Nothing makes my day better than that. We got Hengedi as well. Good evening. I knew everything I needed to know when the summer window was over, but I never say no to a good old rant anyway. Yeah, come on. Yeah. Listen, if you like a rant, you come to the right place, my friend. I can assure you of that. Right, guys, look. Let's just dive right into it, right? Let's be honest here. Hang on. Let's be honest here. I've been watching, you know, this season. In fact, how can I word it? Michel has made additions to this team in the summer. And for whatever reason, we're a worse team this season than what we were last season. You know, so when people talk about this free-flowing football, yes, at times we were like that last season. When you look at us smashing Chelsea 5-0 and then we played them the other day and it's tight like that, tight. I actually thought Arsenal were going to win that game. Not because we're brilliant, because this is the Arsenal I see reminds me of Stoke and Bolton, yeah, that we used to moan about. Well, not me, but a lot of these other Arsenal fans, they used to moan about, you know, because we could never, they were like a bit of a bogey team for us. You know, they didn't want to play football. All they wanted to do was make it ugly because they realised, you know, our team, if we're being honest, if we're going to play football and go toe-to-toe with Arsenal, we're going to lose. They've got better players than us. So what can we do to negate their tactics? Oh, I know. Every time we play them, let's get in their faces, let's bully them, and let's turn it into a physical match. That way, we're more likely to get something out of the game, right? Yeah? Fair play for me, in my opinion. Fair play. Right? You realise that you're not as strong as your opponent, so any which way to try and get something out of the game, you're going to go with. I totally get it. I understand that. I totally understand it. However, what I'm seeing now with this club is we're playing the exact same as what these two were. Yes. So who are we to moan when we're actually turning into Bolton and we're turning into Stoke? Yeah. They didn't come correct in the transfer window. Every man and his dog, right, could say, look, we needed a striker. We needed a number 9. We needed a gunman up front, as I like to call it, a gunman, a killer. Yeah. Didn't do it. Yeah. Arsenal decided to stick with Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz, of all the players I've watched over my time in this football club, I don't hate any player as much as I hate Kai Havertz. I don't like him. I do not like this guy, guys. I'm going to be totally honest. It's got to that point. I don't care. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a cough. I don't care what he does in an Arsenal shirt. I don't like him. It's not even I don't like him. I can't stand him. I hate him. I literally hate him. Something about this guy's face, I just want to slap. Yeah. I just do not like this player. I don't rate him. I don't like him. I don't care. Yes, he'll get the odd goal here and there. That's not enough for me. He is a hindrance. He is a passenger. And this Arsenal team are nowhere near as good as what a lot of people think they are. We cannot afford passengers. We can't afford 1, let alone 2, 3, 4. This guy is a passenger, right? I do not rate him one little bit. He needs to go. But no, Arsenal decide, do you know what? Michelle would have sat around the table with Edu and Vinay at the time, Richard Garlick and all these people, yeah? And surely, the remit for this season would be, we want to go one better and we want to try and win the league, yeah? What I don't understand is this. In any start of any season, all clubs have a meeting like that, right? They have like what they call a board meeting. Yeah, we have the manager present, you have the director of football present. So Edu, Michelle would have been there. Vinay at the time, if he was still there, he would have been there. Richard Garlick would have been there. And possibly Josh Kroenke would have been there. And a few others, right? Executives, board level, board members, whatever, right? And every season they would have a meeting like this where they discuss the upcoming targets of the season, right? What do we want to achieve from this season coming up? Yeah. Now, surely one of them or all of them would have said, go one better, win the league. This is just in my head. Personally, I think they're all about top 4, but just for sake of argument, just say, because Michelle, for me, surely wants to win. He doesn't come across to me, as much as I don't rate him, he doesn't come across to me like he's content with top 4. He wants to win the league. He wants to win the league. Even if none of the others do, he does, I believe, right? So he would have said, we need to go one better. We need to win the league. We need to finish ahead of Man City. We need to get this title wrapped up and win it. It's been too long. Okay, cool. Then the next question would be, what do you feel we need to win the league? What do we have to do to win the league? $1 million question. That's the $1 million question, because from that question, the minute a question like that is answered, I am expecting one, if not all of them, in that office, in that board meeting, to say, number 1, we need a striker. Yeah, and when it comes to a number 9, money is of no object. They need to go out and get a banger. Yeah, but no, they all decided, now, do you know what? We feel we can win the league. We feel we don't need to get a number 9. We don't need a striker. We feel playing Kai Havertz up front is enough. We've got no one. Should Kai Havertz get injured, who have we got? Actually, no, that's fine. If he's injured, we've got cover. We've got Gabriel Jesus. That's fine. That's enough. Yeah. Not one person in that office would have turned around and went, "Are you sure?" Because, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that's enough to win the league. Are you sure? And they would have turned around and went, yeah, it'd be fine. It's cool. It's sweet. It's fine. And then we look at this Arsenal side now. We look at these results going against us. Listen, the simple fact is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, the simple fact is we've been found out. That's the truth of it. We don't play well, right? We have fooled so many people for so long. This is not a good team. It's not a good team. Yeah? With Arsene Wenger, he had the perfect blend of physicality and skill, technical flair, right? And then it got to a point where Wenger steered away from that physicality, and he wanted to turn us into a mini Barcelona, which meant he was going for these small technical players. Forget physicality, forget these big brutes. Now, forget all that. Let's go for these small, slight technical players, right? That's where Wenger went wrong. What this manager is doing is he's going the other way. Forget the technical flair and the guile and the creativity and the technique, skill. All he wants are these big, brutish physicality. Yeah? And the problem is, we lose one player to injury, Martin Odegaard. One player, by the way, guys. Count them, one. And all of a sudden, we have to change the whole way we play. Why? Not because we had 4, 5, 6 players out. No. Because we had one. One player. And if we're being totally honest, even before he got injured, let's be honest here. It's not like he was pulling up any trees. And I do like Odegaard. I do. But he wasn't pulling up any trees. Bukayo Saka. Bukayo. How many times have I said to you guys on here, behave yourself. Anyone who tells me this guy's world class. Very good player. I like Saka. I do. Don't get me wrong. He's nowhere near world class. Nowhere near world class. No. Declan Rice. What's happened to him? Dropped off an absolute cliff. My God. Yeah? And people are going to say, oh, Daisy broke his toe. It was one game. I'm not on about one game. I'm on about the season. In fact, I'm probably on about the tail end of last season and coming into this season. A lot of these players have underperformed. Gabriel Jesus. How the hell is this guy still here? Seriously. How is he still here? Do you honestly think when Michel makes a sub and we see Gabriel Jesus running on the pitch, does any Arsenal fan look at that and think, oh, thank God we're saved? No. You know what he's going to do, and it's zilch, nada, nothing at all. Right? Useless. Zinchenko, useless. In fact, it kills me to say it because I've openly said on here that I like Zinchenko. I like him as a player. I do. But there's no rim here for him. Yeah? Kieran Tierney, what's happening with him? People tell me he's injured. Absolute rubbish. Right? He's had a falling out with the manager. Yeah? Kai Havertz. Can anyone tell me Arsenal expect to win the league with this guy up front? Would this guy get into any of the other top 6 teams? And I'm not saying top 4, top 6. Top 6 teams. Would he get in? The answer is no. No. And you want to win the league with that? When I, guys, boys and girls, right? When I talk about, I'll come to the comments, I promise. When I talk about all the times I say on this channel, I have this big thing about mentality and attitude and stuff like that, you know. And I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but these things matter. Yeah, no one wins the league by fluke, right? It's a 38-game season. It's a grueling, tough season. Yeah. It's okay playing when it's sunny and the sun's outside and it's all nice, warm weather. Yeah. But that old saying of, yeah, he's a good player, but can he rock up at Stoke on a rainy, windy Tuesday night and put a performance in? You know, how many times have you heard the older lot say that? So, you know, it's a saying, isn't it? You know, can he play in those conditions? Can he play when it's gritty? Can he play when your back's against the wall and, you know, you can't play your usual fluid flowing game? You know, you've got to put a shift in because that's where we see the real players. You know, these players here, some of them are good, don't get me wrong, but we've got the wrong manager. And I've said it to you guys before and I'll say it again. While this man is here, We will never win the league. Fact. Okay? We won't win the league. The best chance we had of winning it was not last season, the season before. That was our best chance of winning it. Best chance. And if you guys can remember, if you guys have got a good memory, I said to you guys at the time, we will never, quote me, we will never, ever have a better chance of winning the league as what we did then. And guess what? We blew it. Yeah, we blew it. We bottled it. People can deny it and say we didn't. We did. We bottled it. Well and truly bottled it. And you look at this season, can they go again? Is this Arsenal team, are they good enough to go again? Third time lucky. Are they good enough to this time, you know, go the whole hog? You know, can they cross that line? You know, can they get to the promised land? The answer is no. No, they can't. Because what we're seeing at the moment is the one thing that's always been sadly associated with Arsenal over the years, that soft underbelly. You know, that mentality, you know, when times are tough. You know, I noticed against Chelsea last season, every player wanted the ball, you know. Yeah, I'll have it. You know, you watch against Chelsea, you know, as soon as they got it, it was like it was a hot potato. They just couldn't wait, to get rid of it. Thomas Partey's another one. What's he still doing there? Because I guarantee you now, give it a few games, he'll break down. Yeah? People can tell me, oh, he's been playing well. No, he's not. He's just been playing. Yeah? Amazes me. He's not broke down yet. But I'm not shocked, guys. If I'm honest with you, I'm not shocked. I saw this coming. In fact, not just me, a lot of you guys did. Yeah? A lot of you guys did. And now people are starting to look at this manager. Finally. But for me, it's too late. It's too late. So when I'm hearing people like Darren Bent on TalkSport, you know, certain others, when the question is posed to him, you know, if Arsenal don't win the league this season, then what? You know, has Arteta got to go? No, he ain't got to go, but there'll be serious questions asked. Serious questions. There'll be serious questions asked. There'll be serious. If Arsenal don't get top 4 this season, does Michel have to go? Well, no, he ain't. No, he shouldn't be sacked. But there'll be serious questions asked. Serious questions asked. And it's like, there should be serious questions asked every season. There should be serious questions asked now. Yeah? So he's got to take Arsenal not winning the league. It's got to take Arsenal not even getting into the top 4 for serious questions asked towards the manager. That's what it takes. Unbelievable. What makes me laugh about a lot of these pundits, guys, is that they say all this nonsense, right? You got that prick Martin Keown on TalkSport. Makes me cringe every time he speaks, yeah? What an absolute clown this guy is. But anyway, when these guys talk, you know, and it's like, they're very quick to say Arsenal are a big club. They're a big club. They're a big club. You know, these ex-Arsenal players always banging on about George Graham. Rightly so, by the way. You know, and how he was the gaffer and no one was bigger than George. And if he told us to do something, trust me, he only had to ask us once and we did it and this, that, the other. And yet in the next breath, they're saying, well, if he doesn't get top 4, if he doesn't win the league, then no, he shouldn't be sacked. I don't agree with that because he's done wonders. He's done absolute wonders at Arsenal. Wonders. Can I just ask as well, guys, anyone who watches TalkSport, they're now doing this show where we've got all these kids, that black guy with the little dreads, what a prick he is, and this other guy, they're young guys, right, who haven't got an absolute clue. I've watched a couple of their things and it's just laughable. In fact, the best person on there is that girl. I can't remember what her name is, Abby or something like that. She's the best one. She's a Spurs fan. She's the best one. And I'll tell you something. When they talk about Arsenal, the only one who talks sense on there is her. Because she does question this manager. He's won an FA Cup with Emery's side. Wow. 5 years he's been here. £800 million spent. He's won absolutely nothing. And people want to tell me, oh, can't sack him. No, he's unsackable. He's done wonders for the club. Wonders. What are these wonders? Because I can tell you what they're not. They're not trophies. What are these wonders? Well, he had to clear all these players out and he inherited a dead team. Honestly, do you know what? Honestly, I give up. This is why, Dominic, back now to your comment earlier on. It winds me up, mate. I can't. How these guys on these other channels can do this weekly where they just talk. It winds me up. It does. It's embarrassing to support this club. It really is. It really is. I'm sorry. And what annoys me as well, what makes it even worse is this bloody fan base we got. Yeah, because half this fan base are absolutely dead. Yeah, they talk a lot of rubbish, man. It's all for clicks and likes. It bugs me. Like, I'm not into this fake nonsense. Come out and say what you really think. Do you know what makes me laugh? Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have the biggest channel here. You guys know that. You know, you can see how many subs I've got. But you know what the funny thing is? Some of these guys, they do watch it, you know. I'm telling you now, they do. Right? And I know they agree. That's what makes it even more annoying, because they agree. But because of money and clicks and likes and subs and followers and this and that and up and down and side to side and all this, that's why they trick you. Yeah. No, Kane, I see you in the chat, mate. No, I'm not watching Big Brother, mate. It's crap. Listen, Big Brother, that's had its time. It's had its time, mate. I'm not going to lie to you. It's had its time. Career mode and chill. I see you, bro. I hope you're well. I'm just going to quickly shout out the guys in the club, in the chat room. AFC always Diesel. How can the top two earners at the club add two strikers on 550 grand a week combined, having less goals combined than Chris Woods and Danny Welbeck? It's very effing embarrassing. Yeah, facts. Facts. Darren Sullivan, I see you as well, mate. Hope you're well, Dal. Ali D. In fact, let me read this out. I was waiting for your life, bro. How long have we said about this manager? I didn't want him when he was hinted to get the job before Emery. Mate, I'm with you. And listen, you know, this is why. Do you know what makes me laugh, right? You know, you say certain things, and because obviously I'm saying the same sort of things as certain other channels, but those other channels are a lot bigger than me. So when I say, people think I'm just copying him or her and I'm following them. Anyone who knows me knows I don't follow anyone. Yeah, I'm one of them geezers. I'm not. Yeah, I'm a leader. I'm not a follower. Yeah. When I say things, guys, it's my own views. And do you know what? Thank God I've got a channel, because it's evidence. I've been banging on about the same thing for what, 2-3 years? In fact, longer than that, if we want to chuck in Claude and the Bansters. I've always said this. I've never swayed with the wind. I've never changed my mind. I'm telling you, I know what a good manager looks like. He ain't one. He ain't. I've been saying this for time. This guy is winging it. He's been winging it week to week, and now he's starting to get found out. Yeah, he's starting to get found out. I do not rate this manager. I'm sorry. Yeah, but it's not just Michel's fault. If I'm honest, it's the whole club, right? It's the whole club. Edu's now gone. Didn't rate Edu at all. Yeah, thank God he's gone. But you know what, guys? I'm now hearing about Rosicki or Per Mertesacker taking over that job. And I look at that, I hear that, and I think, and we all know it's going to happen. One of them's going to get it. And I look at that, and I think to myself, do you know what? I'll be honest, I can't believe there's not been a massive backlash over that within the Arsenal fan base. It shocks me. Yes, they played for Arsenal. Yes. So, whatever happened to getting the best in class? Whatever happened to that? I'm sitting here right now in front of you guys saying, I don't want either of these two. Rosicki was a baller. injury prone, but he was a baller. Yeah, of course. That was as a player. I don't want him here as a director. No, I want the best in class. Go and get the best who operates in that space, in that level. Go and get the best one out there. What are we doing here? What are we a caring home for ex-Arsenal players? Huh? What's that about? No. Well, what is this? What is this? We thought Edu was bad. You're bringing in one of these? Why? Why? Have they got a CV? Have they done the role? Are they the best in class? The answer is no. Right? They're just being mentioned because they happened to play for us once. So what? So? How can you judge them on that? Yeah? Jack Wilshere, who I believe has now left us. Yeah, Jack, you used to play for us. You used to be one of them prodigies, one of them wonder kids. Here's a job coaching the under-18s. There you go, Jack. I mean, surely, what's going on? So any ex-Arsenal player who happened to play for us once, yeah, just approach the club. Yeah, we'll fit you in somewhere. We'll find you a job. It's an absolute joke. Yeah, guys, it's an absolute joke. Edu's now gone, right? This is the perfect opportunity for Arsenal to now go out there. I don't want anyone associated with this club. I don't want anyone who's got an emotional attachment to this club. I want you to go out there, Arsenal, and get the best in class. Open your wallet and pay for it. Yeah? Whoever the best is out there, go and get them. Look at Man United, right? As joker club as they are at the minute. Yeah, they saw that guy at Man City. Can't remember his name. I can't remember his name. Right? They looked at Man City and they thought, you know what? Man City are the best team in the country. Probably, at one point, not now, obviously, the best team in Europe. Everything runs like clockwork behind the scenes at that football club. Ali Barada, that might be his name. Barada's coming to me. Yeah. They're looking at this Ali Barada guy and thinking, yeah, we'll go for him. He's played a big part, a pivotal role in what Man City are doing off the pitch. Is he one of the best in class? Yeah. In that world, people all talk about each other. His name's obviously popped up as if to say, this guy's quality, yeah? And Man United thought, yeah, do you know what? Yeah, we'll pluck him. But you can see why they've done it, yeah? Because he comes with a good CV. He comes from good stock, And I look at Arsenal now. Will we do that? No. Why? Because Arsenal are just not ambitious, guys. They're not. Brenny K74, I see you, mate. You all right? Look, even Brenny says it. Cronkies, they just want a yes man. And this is the problem. This is why we're never going to amount to anything. Yeah? After the Arsenal-Chelsea game, I was watching that commentary and I was watching what Paul Merson was saying. Yeah, and Merson's right. Arsenal are a big club. Big. The way you said it, guys, they're big. You know what I mean? They're not like some little miniature, some little, little boy, little man club or whatever, some backstreet corner shop thing and Accrington Stanley's neighbour. No, Arsenal they're big. The way Arsenal aren't a big club, they're a big club, they're big. It's the way you say it. They're big. They're the Bank of England club. Do you know what I'm saying? Arsenal are big. They're huge. And when you look at that, someone of my age, and a lot of you guys are probably my age and upwards, I've said it to you before, Dal, Darren Sullivan in the chat, this is a big club. I don't think, do you know what makes me laugh? A lot of these Arsenal fans, they don't realise, they know we're big, but they don't know we're big, right? They don't realise Arsenal are a huge club. I can't stress to you how much of a big club this is. It really is. I'm not even saying that's not taking off my bias, taking my Arsenal hat off. They are a big club. They're a big club worldwide. They are. And when you know that, and when you see it, and when you've grown up with it, you know how big these guys are. And when you see how they're acting, that little man syndrome, you know, they're a big club, but they're not moving like one. And that for me is so criminal. It's criminal. It's criminal. I'm hearing about Rosicky now. Rosicky is probably going to go to him. Why? Why? If I had the opportunity to be in one of these meetings and they announced it's either going to be Rosicky or Per Mertesacker, my first question would be, why? Why? Is it because they used to play for the... I mean, what is it? Is that the benchmark? Why would you not want to go out and get the best in class? Why? And then I'm hearing about, Edu was the lubricant, you know, that kept it all running smoothly. You know, he was the go-between from Michelle to the board, you know. And it's very, now that Edu's gone, it's very important that whoever we get in, they must be able to get on and be really friendly with Michelle. Sorry. I couldn't, listen, God, maybe it's me. I don't know. I mean, you guys in the chat, you tell me. CG, I see you, big up yourself. Maybe it's me, guys. Maybe where I come from, my thing is I'm getting the best in class. Yeah? Michelle, either get on board with it or you can go. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tailor who I want to come in just on the off chance, I've got this guy over there. He's the best in class. He's brilliant. He comes with a great CV. However, I'm worried about signing him up just on the off chance him and Michelle don't get on. I couldn't give a toss about whether Michelle's the manager, right? I pay you. You're an employee. I pay you. You work for me. You work for the club. Yeah? I'm bringing this man in. You two better get on. It's as simple as that. Yeah? Or into this schoolboy crap. Yeah? Arsenal need to go out there and get the best in class. I do not want to hear about no Rosicky. I don't want to hear about no Per Mertesacker. I don't want to hear about no David O'Leary. I don't want to hear about no Steve Bold. I don't want to hear about any of this lot. Sorry, love them as players, don't get me wrong. But no, this is a very important role. In today's football, in the modern world now, the way it is in football nowadays, it's a very important role. Very important. Arsenal cannot afford to mess this up. But you know what? They will. They're going to mess it up. We just know they're going to mess it up. Right? Because they're not going out there to try and find the best in class to replace Edu. No. What they're going to do, they're going to take it off one ex-Arsenal player, as Edu's now gone, and they're going to hand it to another ex-Arsenal player. You know, so the remit is, if you want a job like that, a technical director, as long as you've played for the club in the past, you got a chance. Absolutely disgusting. It's disgusting. And do you know what? As I said to you guys earlier on, it baffles me how this there's not been an outrage by Arsenal fans. Honestly, it baffles me. I'm sitting here now saying all of this to you guys, and yet I don't see really anyone else having the same thoughts as what I'm saying here. A lot of these Arsenal fans are like, oh my God, like Rosicky. Oh my God, I hope so. I hope it's Rosicky. I loved him as a player. Oh my God, what a baller he was. You know, and then all of a sudden they start thinking about him as a player. Well, I'm not doing that. I'm thinking, how's this guy going to, like, what's his CV? Where's he been? What's he done? You know, like, how does he deserve this role? Because that is a big role. That's a big role at a big club. You know, to get a role like that at a club like Arsenal, I'm expecting you've got to be, as I keep saying, you've got to be the best in class. Got to be. You've got to be. Right? And before these two were linked, or before like Rosicky was there, I don't know what Rosicky's done. I don't hear about him. You know, it's an absolute joke. This club is an absolute joke, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, not getting a striker in the summer, massive red flag, right? Arsenal have got the money. We all know that, right? Let's not go on like our club is skint, because they're not, right? They're the Bank of England club. They're known as the Bank of England club for a reason. They've got money. Mikel Merino, crap. Sorry, crap. Too slow. Yeah? Do you know what? It took us 6 weeks to get this guy. 6 weeks. 6 weeks to get some average. And that's me being polite about him. People can say, oh, Days, to be fair, he's only just got here. Got to give him time. Do you know what? Fair enough. To a little point of fair enough. Well, actually, no, is it fair enough? No, it's not fair enough. No, it's not fair enough. Because where we are at the moment, finishing second 2 seasons in a row, right? For us to improve, we need to get ballers in, yeah, to get us to that next level. I'm sick and tired of waiting, always waiting for what? Yeah? I happened to come across this, Rio Ferdinand's got a channel, yeah? The Rio Ferdinand podcast or something. I don't know if any of you guys watched it. Can I just ask you, he had Patrice Evra on there, and he had this other Arsenal, Joe Bayer, whatever his name is. What a dickhead this geezer is. And I got to say something now, yeah? It was 3 of them. Rio was on there, Patrice Evra was on there, and this Joel Bayer, cheeky sport, whatever it is, yeah? I'm sorry, don't know the guy, he's probably lovely, but you know what? What's a lot of crap he talks? And it just annoys me. Every time I turn on YouTube, every time I turn on the telly, and I see an Arsenal representative, all they do is chat waffle. They chat crap. They don't say what they really think, and it really bugs me. I have to turn it off. I'm sorry. Yeah? What is it? Some of these guys who had channels and now they're breaking out into media and they're having to sell their soul to do it. Honestly, why? Why can't you be honest? Yeah? And I'll tell you something now, guys. Anyone who watched that, yeah, watch it. Because Patrice Evra, yeah, my God, I like Patrice because he talks from the heart. You can tell. He's not media trained, this guy. He's not. You ask him a question, he answers it. But you know what, guys? He answers it in a way. He answers it the way I would answer it. But a lot of people, we're in this day and age now where there's a lot of soft people who can't take even the slightest hint of criticism. Yeah? They start crying their eyes out. And then we hear about, mental health, and we have to be nice to each other, and you've upset him or her, and all this bollocks. Yeah? I hate this new world. I'm not going to lie. I do. I hate it, guys. I hate it. This softness, that soft people who can't take a little bit of criticism. They can't. Yeah? Grow up. Man up. Yes, I will say that term. Man up. Yeah? Patrice Evra was bang on a lot of what he said. He was asked a lot of questions about Arsenal. I make him right. He was bang on about a lot of it. But do you know why a lot of people will not take Patrice Evra seriously? Because the geezer's French. He's French. He speaks with an accent. And because of that, they'll think, he's a clown. He's a dickhead. He's an idiot. He's a foreigner. What does he know? He chats shit. Yeah, he chats waffle. No. Yeah, that's why. That is why. Yeah. That is why, because we have such a massive ignorance in this country. We are, especially in the football world, there is a massive ignorance and there is massive arrogance, especially in football. There is. Don't care what anybody tells me, right? There is. Yeah? There is. And these people, right, this is why I always bang on, I've said it to you guys before, I do like Andrew Tate. I like a lot of what he says because I do agree with him on certain things. Not everything. But I do. Where are these men from back in the day? Where are these proper stoic men? Where are they? Because all the men that I see now are all little bitches. They're all little birds, little girls. Yeah? That's what I see. Seriously. Man up. My God. Oh, it bugs me, honestly. It really does. Oh. But anyway, Patrice Evra was on there and he was chatting a lot of sense. And do you know what? He brought up the striker. You guys needed a striker. Why didn't you get a striker? You say you want to win the league, right? You say you want to go one better. You say you want to get in front of Man City. Man City have got Haaland. They have a goal scoring machine. They were winning the league before this guy, got here. Now he's here. It's enhanced them even more. Yeah, this guy just scores goals for fun. He's a killer. Right? Your aim should be to be better than them. Right? You want to be the best. You want to be the best. You have to beat the best. You guys should have went out and got a striker. Guess what? You didn't do it, and now look at you. And do you know what? He's bang on. Absolutely bang on. Right? And then one of them mentioned Ivan Toney. Yeah. Ivan Toney. And Patrice Evra went, do you know what? You should have got Ivan Toney. And then that Joel Bayer, yeah, but he's 28. He's 28. He's too old. He's 28, man. And do you know what? Patrice, I said the same thing that Patrice Evra said right at that minute. The minute I heard this Joel Bayer say, oh, yeah, but he's 28. He's 28. I shouted at my TV, guys, no word of a lie. And Patrice Evra said the exact same thing. It was like, Jinx. He said, whoa, hang on a minute. You guys need to win now. You need to win now. Who cares if he's 28? He's a good striker. He's a top striker. He bangs in goals. Chances are, in a better side, he'll bang more in. Who cares if he's 28? That should be the last thing on your mind, Arsenal. Arsenal need to win now. They need to win now. And this Joe Bayer, he said the same thing that a lot of these Arsenal fans. Yeah, but it's always. Why is it not now? Why can't we demand trophies now? Why is it always down the line, later? Why is it? It's never now, is it? 28. Okay, so you don't want him because he's 28. Even though he's a quality striker, he's 28. 28, which isn't old, by the way. But okay, he's 28, Joel. Fine. So what do you want to do then? So you're speaking on behalf of a lot of these Arsenal fans. Okay, so what you're basically trying to say is we need to get a younger striker. So let's do what Arsenal have always done. Let's go out there and get a striker who's 18, 19, who's got loads of potential, and in 5 years will hopefully turn into world class. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's go out and get another Yaya Sanogo. Let's go and do that. Because that's more or less what you're trying to say, Joe, isn't it? That's more or less what you're trying to say. You and all these dickhead Arsenal fans. Yeah, because no, why would we want Ivan Toney? The guy's 28. He's past it. Yeah, he's 28. Yeah? Forget the fact that, we're in the ascendancy and we're just a few pieces of the jigsaw from being complete. Arsenal need to win a title. They need to win it now. All of this waiting and waiting. Next season. No, next season. No, the season after that. No, the season after that. Yeah? Let's just wait. And by the way, guys, whilst we wait, all these other teams are improving. All these other teams around us are getting better. They're getting fitter. They're getting stronger. They're getting bigger. Yeah? Because they're not going to wait for Arsenal to sort ourselves out, are they? No, they're not. No, God forbid. No. So let's just carry on waiting, as Joel said, because Joel knows best. Yeah? Let's just wait. Let's just wait. We can't buy a 28-year-old proven Premier League striker. God forbid. Oh, my God. No, we can't do that. We can only buy youngsters. You know why? Because it's cheaper. Be a lot cheaper and it's safer. And you know what? Youngster. And, within 4, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, they just might turn out world class. But guess what, guys? It means we have to wait another 10, 15, 20 years to win a league. No. Guys, if I can say one thing to you guys, stop listening to the likes of these people, because yes, they might have the high profile. They might be very well known and famous on YouTube or whatever. But let me tell you something now. Their opinion means wank. It doesn't mean a thing. Anybody who genuinely loves this club, yeah, do not listen to these sort of people because they don't know what they're talking about. It's a narrative. They follow a narrative. It shocks me how people like this have got their own channels and they get thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of views. I don't understand it. I just don't get it. I do not get it. In fact, I do get it because that just tells me that a lot of these Arsenal, they're sheep. This is why. Ask any non-Arsenal fan. Zoe Thomas, I see you, darling. Hope you're well, my love. Right now, Zoe's a Chelsea fan. I'm telling you now, if I asked her who's the worst fan base in the Premier League, she'd say Arsenal. And rightly so, we are. I'm an Arsenal fan. Kills me saying it, but I'll tell you something now. You ask any non-Arsenal fan who has the worst fan base in the Premier League, it's Arsenal. Any non-Arsenal fan will tell you Arsenal. 8, 9 times out of 10. 8 or 9 people out of 10. For every 10 people you ask, 8 or 9 of them will say Arsenal. And it's true. It's true. We don't help ourselves. It's true. Right? It is true. Yeah? Because all you see, some of these other channels, and we all know it's, the biggest one over there. Yeah? How many idiots on there just chat crap? Right? It's all diluted now. It's all money now. It always has been money, guys. But there was a time before where, I could understand, the idea behind it. Give these fans a voice. Get to the, get the emotion of the fans rather than these pundits on TalkSport who ain't got a clue. What you don't see on camera is they have a script in front of them, guys. When I hear Simon Jordan and all these others talking about, he played 28 games last season. He scored 14 goals. That goal he scored against Brentford in the 53rd minute. You think they know all that off the top of their head? No, they got a script. Right? They got a script. They got these cards, these phone cards or whatever they're called. The TV cards, yeah? Right? It's a script, guys. They don't know that. It's not general knowledge, right? They don't know that. They don't know that amount of detail about the club, right? They follow a script. Us guys, yeah, we speak from the heart. Speak from the heart. That's the difference. That's why a lot of these podcasts thrive and they do really well. Because what do you want to do? Do you want to watch a TalkSport or whatever, or these pundits chatting crap, or do you actually want to watch the proper fans who actually care about the club and will tell you the truth and what they genuinely feel? Yeah, I don't stream a lot on here, guys. I don't. I don't stream a lot. I'm not on here for money. Yeah. I'm on here to speak to like-minded people about the state of this club, right? If I was like Terence, young Terence, if I was the exact same as young Terence, oh my God, this channel would be huge. It would be absolutely huge because there is a bigger market for people like fans like him, yeah? Not so big a market for people like me. And that's just the truth of it. It's the truth, yeah? How dare you speak ill about the club? How dare you speak ill about the manager? But it's true. It's true. Darren Sullivan says it here. Patrice Evra, yes, he called Arsenal the babies, and he's spot on. Right? Yeah? Look at the discipline problems that we've been having this season. They're losing their heads. And let's be honest, guys. In any other club, not just Arsenal, you can get 1 or 2 players dropping in form. Yeah? Why is it with us? They all have. The defence is nowhere near as solid as what it was last season. Martinelli, by the way, what's happened to him? Do you know what? People would say, and I've seen it already, a lot of these Arsenal fans, because he scored yesterday, he escapes criticism. No, we don't. I could not care less if he scored a hat-trick yesterday. This guy's been absolutely crap. Rubbish. Absolute crap. And do you know what? I said it to you guys before. I hope you guys remember this. When I speak about Saka and I speak about Martinelli, I've always said to you guys, do you know what? This Martinelli is a one-trick pony. Yeah, and he's been found out. Simple. That's what it is. He's been found out. As soon as he gets the ball, you just know what he's going to do. You know what he's going to do. Yes, he scored yesterday, and what? He was crap. And he has been. It's not just one game I'm talking about here, guys. I'm talking about the whole season so far. Yeah, he's been, and he had a poor season last year. In fact, how is he still here? This is what I like about a Man City. This is what I like about a Pep. This is what I like about a Real Madrid. These sort of clubs where no player would get that amount of time in the first team. If you're not putting it in, you're out. You're out. You've got maybe 4 or 5 games, a run of 4 or 5 games to show me something, or you're out. Right? You're holding bench. This guy, no matter how he plays, he starts. You know, and people can say, yeah, well, you know, but we ain't got a big squad. Well, whose fault is that then? Because this guy spent 800 million. Look at that team out there. Does that look like 800 million has been thrown at it? No, it doesn't. And this is what bugs me. And this is what always the debate I have with people or my mates or the boys or whatever, yeah, who are so in love with this ugly Spaniard manager. Right? That people tell me is an absolute sort. He's butters. He's bun. Simple. Right? 800 million he spent. Look at this. Look at the state of that team. How's 800 million? One player's out. We have to change everything. Odegaard out. Bukayo Saka limped off yesterday. Let's see how long he's going to be out for. How many times have we said he's playing too many games? We needed cover for Saka. Did they go and do it? No. Raheem Sterling, what was the point of that? He never plays. What was the point of Raheem Sterling? And you know what a lot of these divvy Arsenal fans will say? But financially it was good. It made sense financially because we're only paying a little bit of his wages. Yeah. Oh, sorry. My fault. I rest my case. Right, now I see why we got him. Because financially, it made sense. Yeah. This was a player, by the way, who was raving about Michel when he was at Man City. Very good coach. You know, really improved my game. Got the best out of me. What a coach this man is. He comes in for me again. I'm at Chelsea. I have the chance to go to Arsenal to join up with the coach who really improved me and really upped my game and upped my levels. It was all down to Michel. Where do I sign? On loan for a year? Yeah, I'll take that. Comes to Arsenal. Where is he? Where is he? Seriously. Michel knows all about this guy. He trained him up, right? You know his strengths, you know his weaknesses. Where is he? Why are you not playing him? People can say financially it made sense, but from what I understand, we're still paying 100 grand of his wages. That's still a hell of a lot of money. So it's not like we got him for free for a year. We're paying towards that as well. Not as much as Chelsea, but we're still paying towards it. So financially, is it viable? No, it's not. No, he's not. What was the point of getting Raheem Sterling? What was the point? We didn't get him because he was Raheem. We got him because it was just another body. That's all it was, another body. Mikel Merino. Can anyone tell me what this guy does? Did Arsenal just watch him for a couple of games for Spain and think, he's the one. We need to elevate our midfield. Mikel Merino's the one. We need to get him. Yeah? 6 weeks to get him. Now, listen, if this is Mbappe or Haaland, someone of that ilk, and it takes you 6 weeks to sign the guy, yeah, I kind of get it. It's a kind of signing, I can imagine it's very hard to do. A lot of people involved, agents' fees, all of that sort of stuff. I kind of get it. This is Mikel Merino. I mean, come on. Yeah? 6 weeks to sign that. 6 weeks to sign that. Absolute joke, mate. Ali D, I'm with you, Diesel. I can't stand this world now. It's full of woke, dumb fecks. Yeah, fact, yeah, exactly, mate. Ferdinand is another page stooge. I can't stand the guy. This is the thing, guys. Honestly, like some of these players were these ex-players, absolute ballers. I used to love watching them, and it kills me because I don't want to dislike them, yeah. But I'm seeing how they are now, and it's like these guys are millionaires, by the way. You know that it's not like they need the money. Speak the truth. Do you know what I'm saying? Emmanuel Petit, love the guy. He speaks facts. Who's the other one? I heard what I think it was Gallas, William Gallas. I heard what he said about Arsenal the other day. Yeah, again, it's true. Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry has never rated Arteta. I'm telling you that now. Never rated him. Yeah. Ali D, Andrew Tate's video on the Matrix he did the other day was bang on. Is that on YouTube, Ali D? Let me know because I want to watch that. Zoe Thomas, big up Diesel on the chat. Sorry, I'm late, people. No worries. We've got the Dugout Football Channel. Douglas, hope you're well, Doug. It's been a long time, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you're keeping good. And I hope you and the missus are doing all right. AFC always, Diesel, 21 years without a league title, 31 years without a European Trophy, Cup Winners' Cup, 30 years without a League Cup, 4 years without an FA Cup, and that comes to 85 years without winning those trophies. Disgusting. Disgusting. This is what I'm saying. You know, when I say these things, guys, it's not a personal dig. You know, I can't say this often enough. You know, there's nothing personal with this manager. You know, I look at if Michelle was here for 4 or 5 years, hardly had any finance, and was doing what we were doing, coming second the last 2 years, and he's done all of that on a very limited budget, I might be a bit different. Yeah. But when people, I always mention the amount of money you spent, and a lot of people always sort of, oh, yeah, but these, why do you always mention the money? Because it's all about money. It's all about money. It always comes back to money, right? A player is playing rubbish and has been all season. A player is low on confidence. Well, he's not low on confidence when he picks up his wages every Friday. It's all about money. Yeah? And this guy, he's had the rub of the green, right? I mean, guys, really, let's be honest here. 800 million. My God, you're 200 million off $1 billion. That's how much money this guy spent. And for 800 million, for that amount of money, I expect to see a team that's full to the rafters with world-class players. Even if out of a team of 11, 3 or 4 of them, just say 3 or 4 of them were world-class. We haven't got one. Not one. And that's not the Arsenal we grew up with. It's not. Over the years, Arsenal have always had world-class players. World-class players. World-class meaning could walk into any other top side in world football. Yeah? And you look at this now. I mean, come on. A midfield of Declan Rice, Thomas Partey and Mika Marino. No. No. Yeah? The last couple of weeks or the last month or so with Martin Odegaard not being there, my God, the way people are talking about Martin, it's like this man is a god. The second coming of Dennis Bergkamp. Oh, once Martin's back, we'll be all right again. We'll be smashing teams up in no time. We just need Martin back. Once Martin's back, we'll be all right. And I'm thinking, I'm hearing all this. And Joe, I'm hearing all this from proper people who have support older than me, who have supported Arsenal far longer than I have. And they're pinning all their hopes on Odegaard. As much as I like Odegaard, he ain't no Dennis Bergkamp. He ain't no Thierry Henry. But yet, oh, we'll be all right. Once Martin's back, you know. Martin, you know. Martin's the man. Honestly, it just baffles me. Now we've got Saka out. Now we've got Declan Rice out. Yeah, so, you know, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But you know what, guys? This man, how, you know what? I don't get. 5 years of being at the club, 800 million pounds worth of money spent, and this man is under no pressure. hasn't won anything, and he's he's at a top club on a lot of money. Not bad for your first gig at management. What, 8-9 million a year? He's probably getting pay rises every season. He signed a contract at the start of this season. The timing of that was weird. He signed a contract, which means he's on more money than what he was. That's a promotion, yeah. That's a promotion. That's a pay rise. For what? What's the pay rise for? Because we all know he's pocketing more money. We all know they upped his money. We know that as a fact. Why? Based on what? This is the problem we've got now, guys. This is why for my own health, I could never do this daily, speaking about this club, because I'd probably die. You know, in 2024, what I define as success and what a lot of these other Arsenal fans define as success are two totally different things. Yeah, I am surrounded by not all of them, a large section of this fan base who only want top four. They only aspire to that, right? They don't really want anything more than that. Top four, that's enough. For me, that's not enough. For me, that's not even bare minimum. For a club the size of this, the fact that we haven't won, as AFC always said earlier on, the fact that we've gone all that time without winning a trophy, for a club like Arsenal, that's just disgusting. That's downright disgusting. That's downright rude. And I look at it and I just think to myself, well, what do they say? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, and that's exactly what Arsenal do. They're not bothered about getting the best in class. Edu going, right? Edu going. All these pundits and all these people, a lot of these Arsenal fans trying to turn it into a negative. Like, oh my God, Arsenal are somehow going to collapse because Edu's gone. I mean, really? Seriously, do you honestly believe that? A lot of these Arsenal fans who say this, I mean, what is your agenda? Really? What? I know, I understand you've got a show to sell. I understand you've got subscribers to get and followers, but seriously, why peddle that out? Surely these Arsenal fans, as much as they're thick, some of them, as much as they're thick, they can't be that thick. They can't. They just can't. It's impossible. Yeah. But a lot of people think that. They think, like, Edu's gone now, and obviously we're just gonna fold like a house of cards. We're just gonna, right? I look at it differently. I look at it as if to say, do you know what? What an opportunity this is for the club and for the fans and for the players, for everyone associated with this club. What an opportunity! Because now, with Edu gone, that was a sentiment signing. If we're being honest, Edu played for us. He's an ex-player. He was part of the Invincibles. Let's bring him in. Nah, sod that. But he's gone now. What an opportunity for us to now go out and, even if it takes a bit of time, go out and actually get the best in class. Get them among the best out there, whoever they are. Go and get someone proper. Yeah? Proper. But we know they won't. Right? We know they won't. Rosicki will probably get it. And this, again, this just proves my point even more. Someone made a joke saying, oh, with Edu now gone, who knows? We will be able to buy our striker now. I don't even think that was down to Edu. I think that's down to both of them. I think that's down to Michelle and him. I don't know any other manager who would look at Kai Havertz and think, right, we want to win the league. That's our remit for this season. And we're going to do that by having this guy up front as a number 9. I'm sorry, we're talking about two guys here who have played the game at the highest level. They've played the game. They're ex-players. Surely they can't be looking at someone like a Kai Havertz and thinking, that's our guy. That's our killer up front. Right? And for all these other idiots as well, and I include, I'm sorry, I include my friends in this. Yeah. When I kept banging on and on about a striker, about a gunman, a killer, and a proper number 9 up front. Yeah, and my friends were saying, "Oh, calm down, Dees. We don't need it. We're getting goals from all over the team." Odegaard chips in with 15. Saka's got 18. He's got thingy. He's got some. And I kept saying, but that's not sustainable. You can't hang your hat on that. Yes, we had one season where, the goals were spread out quite nicely. But it's different, guys. We're trying to win a league. It's not like we're just trying to get into the top 4. Been there, done that. We've got to go one better. We're going for a league. You have to have all your ducks in a row when you're going for a league. You cannot rely. Last season, injury-wise, we had a touch. Last season, we had a nice little touch, right? Injuries were very good to us last season. Let's have it right. A lot of our key players weren't injured. This season, you can't just because we had a lucky season. People automatically think it's going to happen for us again and again and again and again. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, we don't have a big squad. Look at our bench. Every game that we play now, look at the bench. There's always 2 or 3 players on there that I've never heard of. Yeah, we don't have a strong bench, guys. And again, I referred back to it. I keep referring back to it. This squad has had 800 million chucked at it. And does it look like it? No, the bench is dead. Yeah, it's dead. Too many players not in form. Yeah, I told you guys, Jesus in the summer, he had to go. Sell him. Get rid of him. Right? He offers nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Yes, he runs about. Woo! Wow. Dead. Someone on Twitter earlier said he was attractive. He's got to be speaking about Michelle. Hengedi, I would be okay with Odegaard as a squad player at Arsenal. He could be used against low block teams when our best players needed a rest. Our best players we currently don't have. Again, where's the understudy to Odegaard? Where's the backup to Odegaard? All these meetings that these guys have, surely that conversation must come up where, you're assessing the squad for the upcoming season. Him and Edu would have been talking about potential signings. Surely the question has to come up with, right, even I don't agree with this, but yeah, Dave agreed, look, we're going with Kai Havertz. Okay, should he get injured? Who else have we got? Need to get another striker. Martin Odegaard. If we're talking about our 2, forget Kai Havertz, right? If we're talking about our two main players, surely the conversation would have come up in that office about Odegaard and Saka. Right? They're our 2 best players at Arsenal. They're our 2 best players. Anything happens to Odegaard, right, we've sold Smith Rowe. Who else have we got? Should Odegaard get injured, who else have we got? Because we know most games now, they just clatter into Odegaard, yeah? They see the flick in the hair and all this nonsense, thinking he's a model, yeah? And you're going to get opposition players looking at that thinking, listen, I'm just going to get in his face and just smash this guy, yeah? And he won't fancy it. And that's what a lot of them are doing, yeah? So, Odegaard gets injured. Where's the cover for that? Surely that would have been discussed. Clearly not. Saka gets injured. He gets doubled up on now all the time. Yeah, he gets kicked a lot. Yeah, goes to the floor a lot. Plays a lot of games. Hardly gets a rest. Always plays for England. Anything happens to him, who's the cover? Who have we got for Saka? No one. And you look at it and you think, what is going on with you two? Edu and Michelle, seriously, these conversations you never had in the summer? How are none of these Arsenal fans questioning that? How are they not questioning that? This is meant to be a team who are going for a title. Meant to be. Yeah? All ducks should have been in a row in the summer. These kind of conversations should have been had in the summer. If they were, what happened? Right? Seriously, how can you not get cover for Saka? How? You've been so lucky with this player. And only now he's started to break down. Only now. And he's broken down twice this season. And we all said it, didn't we, guys? We all said, do you know what? There's going to come a time, maybe not this season, maybe not next season, but there will come a time where this guy's going to, he will break down. He's playing too much. He doesn't get a rest. Yeah, Arteta even plays him in the Carabao Cup. He plays for England. He doesn't miss a game. Right? He's still a young lad. I mean, you know, where's the rotation here? These games come in thick and fast, and yet you're playing him. You are flogging a dead horse with this guy. Yeah? But no one questions Michel for that, for the lack of cover for Saka. Why not? If it was Emery, you'd have his head on a bloody stick. But no, this guy, that's all right, Michel. Well, it's not all right, is it? Because now he's broken down twice. And now, a lot more people are starting to look sideways at Michel. They are. They are. About time. About time. But you know what? Too late. You wanted this man. You wanted him. So, tough. Tough. Don't start crying to us. We don't want you on our side. We don't want you on our side. We tried to tell you, you wouldn't listen, and now you want to try and slowly edging over to our corner. Nah, don't want you over here. You stay over there with all the other wrong uns and all the other losers. We don't want you over here, yeah? Because we tried to tell you, you didn't want to know. Yeah? Didn't want to know. All Arsenal have got to do now is win a couple of games, and all of a sudden, this guy's flavour of the month again. You know, it's an absolute joke. Sorry, AFC always. I said 6 weeks. My apologies. I got that wrong. It was 7. Sorry. 7 weeks to sign a dead player like this. Marino. Jesus Christ. Ali D. I knew Marino was going to be shy. I saw him play for Newcastle. He was dirt. But apparently all these superfans thought he was the missing link. You are having a laugh. He's slow as anything, mate. Do you know what? Even that California, I don't like him. Don't like him. I don't know this. I don't see it. I don't see it. Ryan, what is it? What is it with these ex-pros and YouTubers from other clubs defending Arsenal and Arteta all of a sudden? I'll tell you why, mate. I'll tell you why. It's the exact same as when we had Arsene Wenger. The reason why a lot of these pundits and a lot of these YouTubers defend Arteta is because they know while he's still here, we will never be a threat. That's why they don't want him to go. It's the same as when I didn't want Eric Ten Hag to leave Man United. I didn't. I wanted him to stay at United. When he signed that contract with an extra year, I was buzzing because I knew as long as Ten Hag remains at Man United, they will not ever be a threat. Yeah, they will just be a joke club. Yeah, because the manager was terrible. I didn't want Ten Hag to go, and when I heard he got sacked, I was screwing. I was fuming. I didn't want him to go. It's the same with Arteta. A lot of these rival fans, they want him to stay at Arsenal because they know whilst he's here, we are no threat. And it was the same with Arsene Wenger. That's why you always had people like Gary Neville saying, oh, what he's done for the club, he should be allowed to go when he wants. Let him go when he wants. No. They didn't want Wenger to go because we're no threat whilst Arsene is here. That's true. Yeah? You think Gary Neville gave a toss about Arsenal? Gary Neville can't stand Arsenal. Like, forget what you hear on the pundits and all that and the commentary he does. He hates us. Yeah? He can't stand he can't stand Arsenal. He can't stand Arsene Wenger. You know, simple. Stephen Baverstock, big up Diesel. Sorry, I haven't been on as much. I've got a new bird, and my hours have changed at work. But still love your channel. Keep it up. Go on, Stelios. Yes, yes. Seeing that stuff like that, I love to hear. I'm not going to lie to you. Girly, girly, with a girly girl. AFC always got Diesel. Arteta is the third most highest paid manager in World Football Series. You're joking. I thought it was 8 or 9. Is it 15? My God. Really? That's more or less double what I thought. 15 million a year. Blood clot. Jesus Christ. See what I mean? If that is true and he's on 15 million a year, the man should be under pressure. He should be under pressure. 5 years. What have you got us? What have you won us? Nothing. Yes, we've won games here and there. You know, smashed teams 5-0, 6-0, whatever. But you don't see that in the record books, guys. You don't see that in the history books. All you see in these history books and the record books is who won the league that year, who won the FA Cup that year, who won the Carabao Cup that year, who won the Champions League that year. That's all you see. You don't see Man City won the league in 2023, but Arsenal ran them very close and they were unlucky not to win it. You don't see that in the record books. No. All you see is 2023 Premier League winners, Man City. End of. Done. Done. Nothing about Arsenal. It's irrelevant, right? These wins. It's irrelevant. If it amounts to nothing, it doesn't matter. If we smash a team 5-0, 6-0, 10-0, 20-0, 25-0, 30-0, and we win nothing, it doesn't matter. The result is irrelevant. It's all about trophies, right? It's all about trophies. Growing up, that was what we were always told through school to now, from boy to man. It's always been about trophies, not what you see, what you hear about in school now, where everyone gets a medal just for participating. No, there are winners and there are losers. It's as simple as that. Which camp do you want to be in? Because I can tell you now, a lot of these Arsenal fans want to be in the loser section because that's what they are. They're losers. And I've said it on here before and I'll say it again. I make no apology, right, for saying this. A lot of these losers we've got in our fan base, I feel sorry for their kids because they're losers, which means their kids will ultimately be losers because as we know, most kids follow their parents. They do. They do. Which means they're going to be losers, then their kids are going to be losers, their kids are going to be losers, and that's how it goes, yeah? Because I don't really care about winning, guys. It's all about as long as we compete, as long as we get in the top 4, as long as we get the Champions League money. That's what it's all about. That's all they care about, guys. You know, I've said it to you before. You know, to a lot of these fans now, it's all about going to the game, sinking a few pints, being with the lads, seeing a few goals, get your money's worth and go home, get a kebab on the way home. That's all it is now. It's become like the theatre. Football is like the theatre now. That's what it is. Very soon, you'll see people watching a game on TV and you'll see people in the crowd with their butter-kissed, you know, cinema sweet popcorn and salt and sweet and all that. It won't be hot dogs, burgers anymore. No. It's going to be popcorn. I'm telling you. It's going to be popcorn. It's going to be maybe a glass of wine or whatever. Yeah? That's where it's going. That's where it's going now. Yeah? Or as Roy Keane said, the prawn sandwich brigade. And when you think about it, guys, Roy Keane's come out with that years ago. So it's prevalent then. It's definitely prevalent now. Yeah, it's like no one wants to win anymore. No one believes in trophies anymore. This manager, when I say trophies, guys, I'm not just talking about the Premier League or the Champions League. Why doesn't he go for an FA Cup? Why doesn't he go for a Carabao Cup? Why not? Get the monkey off your back, right? Even if it's the Carabao Cup, winning a trophy, it breeds that mentality. Yeah? That's why Man City, that's why Pep has won so many, because he took it seriously. You know, having that day, Carabao Cup final that day, or, you know, you win the cup on that day, it's all about you. You know, you get to lift the cup, you get to go to Wembley, you get to walk around that stadium, you know, that feeling of winning something. And 9 times out of 10, when you do that, it sets you on your way. It sets you up to get the bigger ones, to get more, you know, because you've had that feeling. Once you get that feeling, guys, it's very hard to not have it again. You know, you want to taste it again. It's like I keep saying, it's it's the same thing about when you go on holiday. You know, all these times you've gone half board and you've gone, you know, bed and breakfast or whatever, and then that very first holiday you think, no, do you know what? Sorry, I'm going to treat myself. Instead of going half board or being bed and breakfast or whatever, I'm going to go all inclusive. I'm going to spend a bit more money, but I'm going to go all inclusive. Yeah. You know, and you go all inclusive, you do it for the first time and you think, oh my God, you're telling me I can go to the bar and if I wanted to get 25, 30, 40, 50 JD and Cokes, I can. Yeah, of course you can. It's all inclusive. Get what you want. It's unlimited. What even, so there's a burger bar over there. So if I want a burger, if I'm starving and I don't want a burger, I want 5 burgers or 10 burgers, I can get that. Yeah, it's unlimited. So you pay for it. So, and it's like when you do it for the first, because I was like that, you know, my very first all-inclusive, I could not believe. I was like, no, surely it's got to be a limit. There's got to be a limit. If I want 5 burgers, he's going to tell me I can only have 2. There's got to be a limit. No. And I did. I went over there, ordered 5 burgers. He gave me 5. Seriously, guys, not even questioned. Yeah. And I was like, rah, this is the way. I can't. Every time I go on holiday now, I have to go all-inclusive. I can't go away if it's not all-inclusive. I refuse to go. Seriously. Open my eyes. It's the exact same thing, you know, and I say that to say this, you know, it's like having a burger every day and then you have steak for the first time and it's like rotted, yeah? Steak, man, I can't go back to that now. I can't go back to a burger. I've just had steak. Oh my God, it's that feeling. Yeah, the all-inclusive holiday, right? You know, when you have it for the first time, when you experience it for the first time, you get that feeling, oh my God, I can have what I want in this whole complex. I can walk into any restaurant and order anything I want. I'm with the kids. If I order food for the kids and they have 2 bites and they leave a whole plate of food, who cares? It's all-inclusive. Do you know what I'm saying? If I get the kids an ice cream and they drop the ice cream on the floor by accident, it doesn't matter. I didn't pay for it. I could just go and get them another one. That feeling, you can't go back. You can't. It's the same with trophies. Once you win that first one, that feeling, guys, lifting the trophy, seeing 80,000 fans, you know, that buzz, it sets you on your way, right? But this club, this manager, no, this whole bigger fish to fry, it's either the Premier League or nothing. That is what I disagree with. And if that is true, that he's on £15 million a year for his first management gig, he should be aiming to win anything and everything. And that is a fact. Right? Go and win the Carabao. Go and win it. Go and win it. Win the FA Cup. Anything you're involved in, aim to win it. Yeah? Don't look at it and try and get out of it just so, you know, we can have a few more days break. No. It's all about winning, guys. I keep saying this. Alistair Willis, big up yourself, Alistair. Hey, Diesel, we sack Eric Ten Hag and he has won more than the great Michelle. Yeah, fact, you're a true Arsenal fan, unlike Ty. That guy's a clown. Listen, you know, I've said it before. I've met Ty, nice enough guy, but you know his opinions are just a load of wank, right? Listen. If you the thing is, I'm going to try and say it as nice as I can. As a person, as a bloke, you know, lovely, yeah. But when we're talking about opinions on this football club, I could not disagree anymore with this guy, right? We have a lot of ties in this fan base, and it's just disgusting. It's disgusting. You know, I can't think of any other word. You know, his opinion, you know, if we're being honest, you know, we all know he ain't the full ticket. You know, we know that, right? He's on the spectrum. Yeah, we do know that. I'm not being an arsehole. That's just fact. Yeah, you watch him, you just know the man, you know, the man ain't right. Okay? But we have a lot of fans in the fan base who are like him, who share his beliefs, you know, his opinions. And that is why this club will never get, you know, it will never get to where it's going, because the fans are a large part of this club, and the fans are just an absolute clown. A lot of them are. It's sad. Really is sad. As you know, as soon as YouTube come about and people saw that gap, yeah, and they're all jumping on it now. You know, they're all jumping on it. You know, no one on the Arsenal board would even know who David O'Leary is, the state of the people running the club. I don't want any ex-Arsenal player. Iffy, hope you're well, mate. 800 million spent on goalies and defenders. No striker. Not enough creative midfielders and wingers. It's not good. It's not good enough. Can you imagine 5 years he's been here and he's never bought a striker? I'm not classing Jesus. You know, for me, yeah, playing Partey at right back. Zoe, no one knows football. Sorry, let me start again. No one who knows football looks at Havertz and backs him to be the starting number 9 for a league-winning side. Not good enough. Simple as. Now, anyone who doesn't know, Zoe supports Chelsea, so she's obviously seen her fair share of Kai Havertz, and she's absolutely right. Name me. I want all you guys in the chat right now. Right, there's about 35, 40 people watching. I want all you guys. Let me know. Just be honest with me, right? Tell me another top 6 side Kai Havertz walks into. Walks. Yeah? There ain't one. There ain't. But that's, you know, that's not questioned, is it? Because of this layer of protection this manager has got. Absolute joke. Hey, do you know what? I could go all night. I could go on all night about this. It honestly, guys, it really, do you know what? It just really bugs me, this club. You know what it is for me, guys? What it is for me, right? You know, when you just see there's so much potential with this football club. If the right people are here, the right people, I'm on about a top-class manager, the best in class with regards to the technical director. I'm not going to mention Josh Kroenke too tough, because if I'm honest, guys, Arsenal have spent a lot of money. It's not a case of, you know, we're buying in Poundland, or, you know, we've got Poundland money. You know, we've had millions. We've spent millions. I don't think the money's the issue. I think we've got a manager who can't, for whatever, he can't attract world-class players. So he's having to go for these Marino and, you know, these type of players, getting, you know, players he knew from Man City and getting Raheem the Dream, you know, world-class players, proper world-class players are not going to pick up the phone or answer the phone to, you know, Mikel Arteta and think, oh my God, I want to play for you. I need to play for you. You're gonna improve me. No. Pep, yes. Klopp, yes. Ancelotti, yes. Conte, yes. Simeone, yes. Inzaghi, yes. These managers, the way Arne Slot's going, he'll be in that bracket. He's not yet, but he will be soon if he carries on. But you know what? These are the sort of managers where you think, you know, the club want him, and for whatever reason, it just needs that little bit of a sweetener. That's what I call it. It's a sweetener. It's the one thing Arsene Wenger was very good at. You know, I'm in an arena about going to the Arsenal. Arsenal want me. Do I want to go? Oh, I do, but I've got interest from that club and that club. And as the little sweetener, you'd get Arsene Wenger ring you, and Arsene Wenger's a big name in football, big name. So when he rings, when, your phone rings and it's Arsene, you're answering it. You do answer that call. As much as I bash Arsene Wenger on this channel, you do answer that call because it's Arsene, it's Mr. Wenger. It's, you do. The man has got an aura. He has, and when a man like that rings you, you answer the phone, right? He sweetens you up, gives you all the lip service. By the time you put that phone down, your mind is made up. You're going to the Arsenal. Now, when I look at this manager we got here, it couldn't be any more different. Couldn't be any more different. Because I'll be honest with you, if you're a world-class player and your phone rings and it's Mikel Arteta on the phone, I'm going to be honest, guys. Most players ain't going to even going to answer it. They're not going to talk to him. They're not going to answer it. They won't answer it. Arteta, this little man, soft boy trying to ring me up. They're not going to answer it. That's the difference. That's the difference between a top-class manager. Managers are the ones who get it over the line. It's one thing a player, being seduced by Arsenal. Sometimes it's enough, just the club. Arsenal, wow, London and Arsenal, the heritage, and, it's all exciting. But also, when you get that phone call from that manager, as if to say, listen, I want you. I want to build the team around you. I can see you playing here. I can see you being a pivotal role for the team. I want you to be the focal point of the team. I think I can improve you, your class, but I can get you to that next level. And all them little things, the little niceties that when a top class manager is saying these things to you as a player, you're on the phone, you're like, you're dribbling, you're salivating, you're thinking, oh my God, yeah, I want a bit of that. I want a bit of that, yes. This is what I'm saying, all these things that go on behind the scenes, that we don't see. These things happen. These things happen, Those phone calls, they do take place. And, this manager that we've got, for me, in my honest, humble opinion, he ain't the man for that. That's why we don't have world-class players, because no world-class player is going to want to sign for this manager. It's one thing signing for Arsenal. That's a big pull. London, again, big pull. But the third and most important thing that players will look at is, yes, Arsenal, big club, would love to play for him. Yes, it's London. My God, the capital. Love to live there. But third, who am I playing under? Who's the manager? And when you see it's Arteta, you're like, nah, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. Maybe next time. Shout me in a couple of years. Do you know what I mean? This is what I'm saying, guys. This. I don't think he's got the pull. I really don't. And he's been found out for me many a times. Newcastle away, for me, that was probably the worst performance I've seen from this Arsenal side in God knows how long. No fight. It's just a lack of quality. Do you know what the thing is? I won't say they were at walking pace or they were lazy, because in all of these games, I actually think they've been working quite hard. My issue is, the more worrying thing for me is, yes, they can put a shift in. The worrying thing for me is the lack of quality. These guys can try and work. We'll lose a game and we'll work and we'll try and put a shift in and we'll work hard. The problem is we ain't got the quality. We have not got the quality. It's not there. It's not there. Too many players are off form. Too many players, seems to me, like they don't want the ball. They treat it like it's a hot potato. All this nonsense I keep hearing about, they're low on confidence. Well, these guys are multi-millionaires. Every Friday morning, they have thousands upon thousands into their bank account. I don't want to hear nonsense about low on confidence. I don't want to hear that crap. I'm sorry. If you're low on confidence, give the money back. It's not always about money, Dees. Yeah, it is. Yeah, sorry, it is. I'm not into this. Listen, there was a time years ago where it was very hard to make it as a footballer at this level. You know, you had to be good or you had to be of a quality. Nowadays, I so many parents I know are more or less forcing their kids into football because to be a Premier League player nowadays, you don't even have to be good. Really, you know, as long as you're average, as long as you're average, and you get a lucky break, you're a multi-millionaire. The worst players in this league are multi-millionaires. Yeah. Do you know what makes me laugh? Man United. You know I can't stand United. And as much as I don't rate Ten Hag, they've won their last couple of games, albeit, you know, not against great teams. But what makes me laugh about these you know, these players, these Premier League players, is Ruben Amorim flew in today. So I think he'll be, you know, in charge of him for the next game. And if you see a bounce with this Man United side, all of a sudden Fernandes starts playing well and Rashford starts banging goals in. And you look at it and you think to yourself, this is not just Man United fans, this is fans in general today. I look at that. Now, me personally, you know, if Man United start winning games and start playing half decent, all these Man United fans will be over the moon and they'll be, you know, Rashford's back to being the man and Fernandes is the man and these players are quality. And if they play 5 good games in a row, all of a sudden we're talking about new contract talks and all this. They'll sign a new contract on even more money than what they was on and everything's all sweet and rosy in the garden. Me, I'm the kind of fan who looks at it and thinks, hang on a minute. You guys couldn't kick a ball straight when Erik Ten Hag was here. I don't care if you liked him or not. Right? You're not playing for him. You're playing for the club. You're playing for the badge. You're playing for your kids, your family who's in the box up there. You're playing for all the kids who have spent their pocket money getting your surname on the back of their shirts. That's what you're playing for. But because you don't like the manager, you know, you're not working as hard, you know, you're not running as hard, you know, you're just not working, right? You're down tools. Erik Ten Hag goes, you have a new man come in, all of a sudden, oh my God, you boys suddenly know how to kick a ball straight again, right? All of a sudden, you're working harder, you're running harder, you're scoring goals, you know. But if that's what happens with United in the next few games, no one's gonna. This is what I'm saying. This is why I find it very, very, guys, very, very. I find it very hard to when you know this lack of confidence and this. I find it very, very hard to sympathise with these players of today, these football players. I do. I find it very hard because all they've got to do now is for the next 2 or 3 games, if they turn it on and they get results and, you know, they're playing hard, not even great, if they're just playing half decent, everything else is forgotten. All those shit games they played under Erik Ten Hag, that's all forgotten, right? Because a lot of fans of today are all about the here and now, right? They're not going to remember, you know, last month, 2 months ago, where these guys were just losing for fun. Yeah. It's all about the here and now. And all of a sudden, these guys will be heroes again. And this is why so many parents are telling their kids get into football because you can play. Eddie Nketiah is a classic example, right? Yeah. He had, 6, 7 games where he was okay. Off the back of that, he got a brand new contract on 100 grand a week. These players, they could look at Rashford. How long has he been bad? Terrible. All he's got to do now for the next 3, 4, 5 games, if he turns up and he plays well, all of a sudden, Rashford's the king again. He's the king. He's the man. Probably get a new contract, more money, yeah? And all his bad form in the past is forgotten because it's all about the here and now. These players, this is why I don't sympathise with these players, because they've got it so good. They've got it so easy. So easy. Yeah? Rashford, if that was under Sir Alex Ferguson, Rashford would not be at Man United right now. He would not be at Man United. Come through the academy and what? Tough. Don't care. You're gone. Yeah? But because they're such a joke club at the minute, these average players, average, not even average, some of them are just downright crap. Garnacho, I don't know what anyone sees it. Rubbish. Yeah? These guys are looked at as gods at that club. They're at Man United. As much as I hate Man United, do you know how big Man United is? That's an institution. And I look at these players who are wearing that shirt and they're just taking the piss out of the club. Same with some of the players we've got here. You know, they don't know what it means to play for Arsenal. Tony Neri, I see you, mate. Big up yourself. Up you well, Tone. Brenny, D's on the chat. Big up yourselves. Up at Rotted, 5 a.m. for work. Great stream as always. Cheers, Bren. Nice one. Top man. Nat Leslie, I see you, Nat. Big up yourself. Nutty. We are here. Honor Diesel, big up, mate. The truth is coming to one and all. I have to say it again. Arteta out. Facts. Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, I've always said this, guys. It all depends on what you guys want. It all depends on what the Arsenal fans want. All right. If you're happy with top 4 season in, season out, keep the man. Keep the man. Keep him, because he'll do that, right? If you aspire to bigger and better things, if you want more, he ain't the man. Get rid of him. Ain't the man. Hang on, where's that comment? Guys, smash the likes as well, please. Thank you very much. Darren, it's depressing. There's why I hate it. Oh, mate. I've got Michael Thomas in the chat. Big up yourself, Mike. Up you well. Postman, Pat Manager. Guna Gargamel, up you well, mate. Up here. I see you. Loof fan. We are regressing after the title race 2 seasons in a row, 9 points behind Arnie Slot, Liverpool, who has no experience at all in the Premier League competition. You know, there was always talk about, you know, Arsenal having gone so close 2 years running, finishing second behind Man City 2 years running. There was a thing of, can they go again? You know, can they go third time lucky? Can they? Because people will all, you know, these ex-players will come out and say, you know, it's exhausting. Apparently, it's exhausting, right? You know, being runners up 2 seasons in a row, you know, cutting it fine with Man City. To go again for a 3rd season in a row, have they got the mental strength? And you know, that's what it comes down to ultimately. You know, this is one thing I talk about all the time. It's attitude, mentality, and how much do they want it? You know, how much do they want it? Do they really want to win it? Really? You know, when it comes to the crunch, I don't think they do, personally. I don't think Arsenal will. I don't think they have this mentality of, do you know what, we want to win the league and we will do whatever it takes to win it. Will Arsenal go all out to win the league? And what I mean by that is, will they get the right players? Will they get a top-class striker? Yeah? Will they get the right profile of player? Will they do whatever it takes to win the league? I don't think so. And the reason I don't think so is because we're seeing it, aren't we? Actions speak louder than words. Yeah, I keep saying this to you guys. Yeah, whether it's with women, whether it's with football clubs, football managers, players, whatever, your friend, your family, whatever it is. Don't listen so much to what they say. Watch what they do. Very different things. Very different. Anyone can talk a good game. Anyone can give lip service. Watch the actions. Watch what they do. Don't watch what they say. Watch what they do. You know, and I've always said that. And it's not, if you can remember that, guys, in life, you'll be all right. Not many people can try and mug you off. But you have to remember that. Don't take people's words. Just watch what they do. Ali D, thank you. What a comment this is. Imagine seeing 200 grand drop into your bank account every week and feeling low on confidence. Oh, mate, listen, I am so with you. I'm so with you. That's the point I'm trying to make. You know, he's such a get out of jail card, isn't it? He's low on confidence. You know, when they talk about Marcus Rashford, it looks like the world, the weight of the world is on his shoulders. He's not enjoying his football. Well, if you're not enjoying the football, give the money back. If you're not enjoying the football, leave the club. Go somewhere else. My God, why does no one ever question this? This is what bugs me. Do you know what? This country, right? Well, the media in this country, it's such a joke. Honestly, I swear to God, when you look at other countries, they don't have this nonsense, man. It's so soft over here, brittle, soft. Honestly, low on confidence. Really? Low on confidence. Absolute joke. My God. They play what? They train what? Every day, every other day, and even then it's for what, 2 hours in the morning. Then they've got the rest of the day to go and do whatever it is they want to do. They go to their mansions, they fly first class everywhere. They got masseuses, they got physios, they got this, they got that. They got the best gym equipment, they got their sports cars, they got the model wife, they go on holidays. They nowhere in the world they can't afford to go. Not a bad life, is it, guys? Not a bad life at all if you can get it right. And yet they want to tell me low on confidence. Garnacho scored or someone scored and he didn't celebrate, or was it him who scored? I can't remember. Because people were being mean to him on social media. I look at that when I heard that story, Garnacho didn't celebrate because people were picking on him and saying things about him. And I just thought, you know what? This man, honestly, any decent Man United fan should have heard that and should have called him out on it and went, what? Little boy. Do you know what? If that was an Arsenal player, I'll tell you something now. I don't care who it is. It could be Saka. Yeah? You want to go on like that, go on like an idiot, like some little soft ute. Do you know what? Get out of the club, man. Get out of the club. Honestly, we need men here. We don't need little boys, little bitches, little women. We need proper men. Yeah? Heart of a lion, proper men in the trenches. Men. Not, I was upset because people were, quick to take their thousands of pounds a week. What do they think? What? They think it's all going to be rosy. Yeah? You're a Premier League player. You are going to get cooked from time to time. It comes with the job. If you don't like it, leave football and go and do something else. Go and pick another career. Go and do something out of the spotlight. You're in the spotlight. What is wrong? All these clubs have got media people. They got therapists. They got people who, come in and talk to the players about the pitfalls of social media and this, that, the other. Yeah? Brennan Johnson at Spurs, same thing. Closed off his Instagram or whatever. Then scored, 6, 7 goals in a row? Every game. Yeah? Now he's gone off the boil a little bit. No one's talking about that now, are they? Because he scored those goals. So he can go back to, playing crap. The spotlight isn't on him anymore, is it? These players, I swear to God, they are so lucky. They don't know how privileged they are. And when I see these videos knocking around Instagram and Twitter of these players who get off the coach and just walk past the mascots, walk past the kids, don't even acknowledge the kids. Yeah. Some of these kids who have been there all morning, all day, waiting for you, right? When you're a kid, you're standing there, you're about to see your heroes, right? Because these players are heroes to the kids. And I see these players with their headphones on, don't even say hello, don't even look at the kid, just don't even. Kid's got his hand out, want a high five. Players just walk past, yeah, and ignore the kid and go straight into the changing room. I'm telling you now, if I was I've got a son, yeah, as you guys know. If I was standing there as the dad, I'm behind him and my son is there, and all them players ignored him, I'll tell you something, I'm going into that dressing room and I'm knocking people out, because I'll tell you something now, I ain't having that. I'm not having that. I'm ripping the headphones off their heads, and I'm slapping some of them up. I'm not even going in. I don't mean I'm going in there to have a little chat with them. I am hitting people. I'm swinging. I'm swinging because these players make me sick at the best of times. But to do that to a child, who do you think you are? You guys ain't even all that. Honestly, the privilege that these guys have, they're no different to us guys. The only difference is the size of their wallet. Other than that, they are no different to me and you. No different. Don't ever think they are, because they're not. Flex Bowl, big up yourself, mate. Up your well. Real talk. Come on. That's right. What else we got here? Yeah, Lineker, Gary Lineker, I heard. Yeah, just come through now. He's leaving Match of the Day. 25 years he's been on that as well. Don't know why he's leaving, but obviously there's always something there. So yeah, something's obviously gone on behind the scenes. We don't know. Yeah, highest paid. I think he took home 1.3 million last year. 25 years, not bad work if you can get it, people, Not bad at all. So he's going. What was I going to say? Yeah, so obviously International Week now. Declan Rice and Saka have both pulled out like we thought they would. Both injured. Hopefully, they've got a few days to recover and rest up. And obviously, our next game we go again. Let's see. Me personally, I believe we've been found out. I think we need to find another way of playing. What I'm seeing with Arsenal this season is a case of they just want to, straight from the kickoff, they just want to try and get the early goal. Once they get the early goal, then they just shut up shop, and then go super defensive. And for me, we were a little bit like that under George Graham, but yeah, we had the players for that, and that was a time. That was a different time. Now listen, we're in a world now where that ain't good enough for a lot of the fans. The fans want to be entertained, even if it means us losing 3-4, 5-4, 5-3, 6-3, 7-8, whatever. Do you know what I mean? They just want to see goals. So, yeah, it's very different to how we played last season. I don't, something. Look, ultimately, it all comes down to the manager. I mean, for me, it all comes down to him. It does. It all comes down to him. And as I said, while he's here, we're never going to win a league title. I don't even think we're going to win a trophy, if I'm honest. I just can't see it. AFC always. Let me try and find it, mate. Hang on. AFC always. Diesel. David. Rocky Rocastle said, "Remember who you are, what you are, and who you represent." Listen, when we talk about people, players like Rocky Rocastle, God bless him, Dennis Bergkamp, the Henrys, the Petits, the Vieiras, Winterburns, Dixon, Steve Bold. I will include Martin Keown in that, even though he's a dickhead pundit, but still, we're talking proper players, guys. And this is why I'm so hard on these players of today, because I've grown up seeing quality players. I've grown up seeing ballers, and I'm meant to, when I've seen that, to now see this, it's very hard for me, if I'm honest. It's very hard. I've said it to you guys before. I very much think there's been a massive drop in quality in the Premier League. I really do. I don't think the Premier League is anywhere near as good as what it was several years ago. For whatever reason that is, I don't know. But there has been a massive drop in quality, in my opinion. And every time I turn on the TV and I see a certain Arsenal spokesperson, whether it be on TalkSport or anything else, it boils my blood. It really does, because these guys ain't got a clue. It's all about fame and fortune for these guys. My thing would be, even if it's not me, I'm not suggesting me, because I don't think they could handle what I've got to say, but get someone on, if they're going to do that, get someone on there who actually speaks a bit of sense. Get someone on there who's, who just tells it as it is. We've got too many. That's why Arsenal are looked at as a laughing stock, because we've got people like this representing us. Not that they represent me or you guys, but as a club, they represent. No, they shouldn't, but that's how they're looked at. That's how they're looked at. It just makes me laugh. Every Arsenal game you watch, I always tend to see Ty in the crowd. It's like the camera goes to him at every game. That can't be a coincidence. It can't be. You watch. If you don't believe me, guys, watch when Arsenal play next. Right? If you watch it on the TV, just watch. They always seem to spot Ty in the crowd. God knows why, but it's because you see him and you just automatically think, Arsenal, banter club. Do you know what I'm saying? Banter. Garnacho not celebrating because of 30 words. These guys are effing fannies. Yeah, true. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Lou fan. Bro, we are trophyless in the Premier League for 20 years and trophyless in the UCL for 70 years, aka never won a UCL or Champions League. Somebody needs to end this pain ASAP. No need, trust the process. More like finish the process. Yep. Do you know what? We're going backwards. We are. If we're being honest, we are. We're going backwards. Trossard, what's happened to him? I love Trossard. You guys know that. I've been raving about this guy on this channel for time. But let's face facts here. He ain't doing it. He ain't doing it. Martinelli's been poor for over a year, yet he still gets in the side. Saka will get a goal and an assist, and it'll make up for his average to poor performance in the game. Saka's been poor for me, in my opinion. And I like Saka. I do like Saka. But again, this is another reason why I say these players nowadays are very lucky, because, Saka, let's use Saka as an example here. He can have a poor 90 minutes, but he pops up in the 70th minute with a goal. Then, as far as a lot of Arsenal fans have, as far as they're concerned, he's done his job. Whereas I'm looking at the whole performance. Yeah, he scored a goal, but the whole game has been crap. But he scored a goal, so he gets off with it. He gets away with it. And it's like, well, hang on a minute. In a game which consists of 90 minutes, he had one moment where he scored a goal. But for the other, the whole night over, if you base his performance over 90 minutes, he's been poor. Yeah, but he's stat pads, so he gets away with it. Okay. Odegaard got 15 goals one season. Is he likely to ever do that again? I don't know. People are saying for Kai Havertz to thrive, Odegaard needs to be in the side. Well, hang on a minute. I'm sorry. It's all it's given me Mesut Ozil vibes, guys. It's Mesut Ozil vibes where it's a case of, well, do you know what? If for Ozil to thrive in this Arsenal team, if we have a fast striker up front, and if we put him beside Ozil and this guy beside Ozil, and we've got these two guys behind Ozil, and we've got this guy just in front of Ozil, and we've got that guy diagonally of Ozil, and we've got this guy vertically on Ozil. If we have all of that, then Ozil will thrive. And it's like, my God, all that accommodating just to try and fit in one player. It's a lot of accommodating, guys. You know? But, you know, listen, don't take my word for it. I said to you guys earlier on, don't listen to what Arsenal say, listen to what they do. Now, what we've seen them do is this. These are facts. Number one, they didn't get a striker. They've stuck with Kai Havertz up front. They honestly think to win a league, he's enough. He's the missing piece of the jigsaw. Number two, they're playing Thomas Partey at right back. Now, I'm sorry, guys. You know, Ben White's not fit enough to start, however, he's on the bench. Well, he's fit enough then. He's fit enough. Even if he starts the game, he comes off after 60, 70 minutes. You know, get the game won. Get the result wrapped up, and then obviously take your big hitters off and put other players on. You know, Thomas Partey at right back. Even if Ben White's injured, there must be other players who can play right back. Thirdly, where's the youth? We are meant to have this great academy, apparently. Where are they? Where are these young players coming through? Yeah? Ethan Wanyeri, 17 years of age, scored a great goal against Preston. Why has he not been given a chance in this side? You're putting him on with what, 85, 86 minutes? So he's got literally 5 minutes, if that. What happened to that saying? If you're good enough, you're old enough. What happened to that? With Odegaard being out, I'm not saying Wanyeri's the going to completely fill the void. But he's young, he's chomping at the bit, and he's hungry. He's hungry. He wants to impress. Why not give him a go? Why not give him a go? You're meant to be this great coach, Michelle. This great coach. If you're this great coach, why are all these players at the same time dipping in form? Can anyone answer that? 46 likes. I need to get to 50, guys. So come on, smash those likes for me, please. Diesel, remember when we were 13 points behind Man United in 1998 and we did it? There is no way under Arteta 9 points behind Liverpool going to win a league title. We were 8 points clear of Man City. Yeah, 8 points clear of Man City. Later than this, I think January, we was 8 points clear. Yeah, and we blew it. We bottled it. And again, around that time, you had all these super Arsenal, these super fans saying we didn't bottle it. Man City were just too good. And it's like, oh my God, are these guys, why have we got people in this fan base that are so thick? Honestly, there's thick and there's thick. It's different levels of thick. Stephen Baverstock, thanks, mate. I'm off now. Diesel and chat. Great stream again. Top man, Steve. A nice one, mate, on your new bird. Enjoy yourself, mate, with her. I'm sure you're with her tonight. If you're not, why not? Mind you, it's Monday, school night. I get it. Lack of activity from Arsenal in the summer transfer window 2024 really killed us this season. Yeah, facts. That's what I'm saying, Lou fan, mate. Like, they're not serious. I'm telling you, they're not serious. It's all about the actions. Like, you know, I keep saying it. You know, don't listen to what they say. Watch what they do. They're not doing anything. How does it take 7 weeks to get a Mikel Merino? A player like, with all due respect, guys, come on. A player like that, yeah, shouldn't take 7 weeks. That's a relatively easy deal. You wrap that up. 7 weeks chasing this guy. Are you mad? Oh, it's just painful, man. You are right, Diesel. Thank you. 100% Diesel. Come on, Daz. AFC always, I need to read this out. Diesel, what I appreciate about you as a YouTuber is that you do your best to read out people's comments, but certain YouTube channels only read out super chats. I find that disgusting. Yeah, mate, listen, I've said this so many times before. Look, the bigger channels, I kind of understand it's very hard to keep track because you've got to. Some big channels, I see their comments are just literally non-stop. You know, they might have 3,000 people watching or whatever, and you got to do your, you got to talk as I'm doing now, and also keep your eye on the chat. Very hard, but I don't think they read out their comments enough. If I'm honest with you, mate, I go on a rant sometimes, and I'm so engrossed in what I'm saying that sometimes I do forget. However, I'm always sort of looking at what once I'm sort of done, I I come back to the comments and obviously I read them out and I put them up on the screen as well. But yeah, mate, listen, I totally agree with you. You know, if it's like, if you pay for a comment, I'll read it out. But other than that, I'm not going to read it out. But yeah, listen, it's a little bit cheeky. But listen, AFC always. I'm going to be honest with you. There's a lot of arrogant people on here, man. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, my little stint, in the YouTube world, there's a lot of arseholes here. I promise you. You know, there's a lot of idiots. You know, last time I streamed, I told you that Yardman was coming on. I was speaking to him, and he was going to come on. And last minute, he just didn't reply back to me. Last time, I sent him a message. I was going to work around him. I said, yeah, look, I'm going to. Gave him a day and time. He agreed. He was fine. And then I asked him again about the certain time. He didn't come back to me, and I thought I'm not one of them people to beg. I don't beg. I emailed him. I messaged him once. He didn't come back to me. I'm not going to message him again and again and again and again and again. I'm not begging anyone. If I'm honest, I only really done that, guys, because some of you was asking. Get him on. But this is the thing. He probably thinks he's such a big. He's such a big star now that he doesn't have to. He can do it. No. Sorry, no. Not in my eyes, you're not, mate. Calm yourself down. Pipe down, bruv. Yeah. So, listen, it is what it is. I tried. But, yeah, there's a lot of idiots on here. There's a lot of people who are okay, and then obviously, their channel gets to a decent size, and all of a sudden they get lost in it. People start recognising them when they go out, and they think they're all this and that, and their shit don't stink and all that. Well, that's just how some people are. That's why I like doing my own thing, mate. I stay away from all that lot, let them, because listen, you can't fake this for long, man. Like you can't, you guys ain't stupid. Eventually, like you'll see through it. And once you see through someone, that's it. That's the beginning of the end. Now, Leslie, for footballers of today are a joke. In truth, they're all up their own asses. Yeah, facts. And Ewan Jones, nice to see you again, Diesel. It's been a while. It's doing my head in watching Arsenal at the moment. We just play the same slow and painful way all the time. And Arteta's tactics, etc., just pathetic. Can I just say one thing as well? Do you know what's really bugging me at the moment in football? That game yesterday against Chelsea. And both teams, right, were doing this. Can I just ask, right, what has happened to proper wingers? Is it me? Are you guys seeing this as well? Do you know how many times I saw, for example, Pedro Neto running down the wing with the ball? He gets to the end, and all he's got to do is get the cross in. He gets to a certain point, and then he just turns around, passes it all the way back. We do it. Saka does it all the time, right? He might take a player on. He gets to the more or less the end of the byline, and then he comes back and passes it back, and it's like, what are you doing? Cross the ball in. Like, cross the ball in, or try and cut in, or, pass it into, like, Odegaard so he can line up a shot. No. He gets to the end and he just passes it. He just runs back or he passes it back. This, like, there's no progressive, forward-thinking passes. It's all side to side. and then going back. It's literally window wipers. Honestly, it's so annoying. I love proper wingers, guys. Ryan Giggs, Andre Kanchelskis, Anders Limpar. I'm talking proper wingers. Chalk on your boots and all of that. These poor excuses for wingers. They're not wingers. They say they are. They're not wingers, guys. I like traditional wingers. Honestly, it bugs me. I saw a lot of that in yesterday's game. It really, really bugged me. Diesel, thank you for going back and reading that Rydcastle quote out. Really do appreciate that. No, anytime, AFC. Come on, mate. You know that. You're my guy. You're my guy. What else we got? Oh, Steve RFC's in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Steve. Hope you are, mate. There you are. Come on, Stelios. Oh, sorry. I know you don't like that. Sorry, I'll shut up. Lou fan, Arteta should not buy Havertz in the summer 2023 because we were competing in a title race in 22-23 and Havertz poor 3 seasons at Chelsea from 2021 to 2023, which means our squad already outgrown him. Why still buy him? Well, Chelsea needed a favour and Muggins Arsenal were there to help him out. As because we normally do help Chelsea out over the years, don't we? So yeah, that's probably why we did it. Tyson Mitchell as well. Big up Tyson. Hope you well, bruv. Come on. Tyson, youth players were the reason Arteta was never the main man. This fraud ain't developing youth. He is going to constantly try and revive dead careers like his own. Yeah, you could say he's done the same thing with Raheem the Dream. This is the thing we hear all the time. Arsenal got this great youth academy, this great, some really good, good young players coming through. Or my argument then is, where are they? Again, this is what I said to you guys earlier on. I'm going to keep saying it. So it enters your subliminal mind. Don't listen to what they say. Watch what they do. Arteta has openly come out and said we've got a great youth. Yeah. Jack Wilshere's doing the business. Mertesack's doing a good job. I think he's the head of development or youth development or whatever. Yeah, we've got some good young players coming through. Okay, where are they? Wanyeri? Who else? Lewis Skelly? Will they get game time? They're holding bench a lot. Yeah. Will they actually get game time? Will you put them in? Because this guy is not into youth. It's sad. It's sad because he's meant to be a really good coach. He should be coaching these players. But he can't get a tune out of hardly any of these players. Why is it a coincidence? They've all, not all of them, but a lot of them, a vast majority of them, have all had a massive dip in form at the same time. Why is that? Why is that? And when you're on 15 million a year, you should be under pressure. If you're at a top club in world football, you should be under pressure. Because if you're not winning anything, you should be under pressure. Right? You're on a big salary there. Earn your money. Earn it. People knock Chelsea, under the Roman era. Why? Why? Roman would hire a manager. Again, he would get the best in class. Hire a manager. Give him all the tools to do the job. All the tools. Roman's thing was, right, you've got what you wanted. Right? You want a big salary. The players you wanted, I've got them for you. Over to you. Yeah, over to you. Let's see how you do. Whatever you wanted, you've asked for, you've got. Now I expect results. And if you don't get the results or you can't do it, you're out. I don't see what's wrong with that because that is in every other job in the world. Any other job, it's like that. Any other, except for football. Except football, where you can be a failure and still get a pay rise. You can be a failure and still bag a big bonus. Why? Ali D, Yardman is taking the AFTV money, mate. He's flipped his own. Yeah, of course he has. Of course he has. Yeah, I didn't fall for that. Let him do what he's got to do, man. Yeah. Sad. Sad, but you know, they sell out. They sell out. They sell their soul to the devils, man. Aguna Matata. I see you. Oh, hang on. Do my eyes deceive me? Let's have a look. My God, is it me or is Jess here? Christ, it is getting late. My eyes. Woohoo! I'm sure I see him. Arsenal, the history and more. Aguna Matata, I see you. Hope you're well, mate. God, blimey. Darren Huckabee. God, that's a name from the past. Jesus Christ. Yes. Oh, yes, he is. Hey, Jez Collins, the one and only. I haven't spoken, mate. Where you been? More importantly, where have I been? Jez, hope you're well, mate. Hope you're good. Hope you're keeping well. Hope the family's well, the missus and all that, mate. Hope you're good. Thank you for tuning in. There he is. Guys, look, I'm pretty sure the majority of you have, but if you aren't, then please subscribe to Jez, yeah, Arsenal, the history and more. Please subscribe. I'm sure you all are. But if there's one or two of you that aren't, I strongly suggest you do. Okay. Let's help each other out here, please. There you go. Well, guys, look, it's been 2 hours, 26 minutes. I've gone on. Yeah. There was a lot to cover tonight. Obviously, I've spoken about the club. I'm gonna do a straight. I'm gonna try and commit to doing every Monday, right? About 7 or 8 o'clock. I do want to do a stream though. I do because very quickly I've been following the Menendez brothers on Netflix. I watched the program. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. The acting was probably among the best I've seen. I thought the two boys, the two actors who played the brothers, I thought they were absolutely amazing. And obviously, I'm one of them people, guys. I watch something like that, and I'm fascinated by the story, and then I'll just go on YouTube and I'll Google and I'll just watch so many, documentaries and this. But I've got to say, it's the one thing I've watched where I'm literally swaying. I've changed my mind so many times on these two boys. Honestly, look, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. It's really, I just want to say it's sad, but it's really good. But yeah, it's probably too late now to talk about that. But listen, at some point, I do want to mention that as well. I want to touch on Donald Trump getting in again. Woo! But that's probably for another stream. In fact, well, I'm going to try. Why do I try and condense all these things into one stream? Because if I was to do that, I'd be here for 4 hours. And let's be honest here, guys, we've all got work tomorrow. So yeah, let me space it out, all right, and try and get more quality streams in. Jez, when you coming back on my mate? Whenever you ask me, Jez, I'm here. I'm available. I'm available, No one ever asked me, Jez. I'm just here on my own, all lonely diesel. Sad, cry my eyes out. No, I'm joking. No, honestly, mate, whenever you're free, and obviously vice versa as well. We need to get together again. It's been too long, my friend. It's been too long. Ali D, how's the Tindering going, D's? It's going all right, to be fair, mate. I'm on there's 3 of them. You got Tinder, you got Hinge, and you got Bumble, right? Obviously I'm a numbers man. The more you go on, the better you'll do. But yeah, it's all right in a minute, mate. It's all right. But obviously, I think if I'm honest, Tinder's really dropped in my opinion. I think Hinge and Bumble are much better now. So yeah, yeah, go on there, mate. Wednesday with Kenny. Yeah. Wednesday. Yeah, should be all right with me, Jez. That's fine. I'll be about, mate. I'll be about. Yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. So, guys, you see that? So, yeah. Subscribe to Jez. Arsenal, the history and more. Wednesday, going to do a stream. And obviously, smash the likes on here as well. But, guys, listen, Jez and I, we have the same sort of, beliefs when it comes to this club. We want the best for the club. We want to win trophies. Just getting top 4 is not enough. It's not enough. If it was enough, we would never have sacked Arsene Wenger. The reason we sacked Arsene Wenger was because we got bored of just getting into the top 4. We wanted more. We deserve more. Arsenal's a big club. Let's start moving like one. And all this guy has done, really, is just got us back to getting top 4 every season. Well, with all due respect, that's not, well, for a lot of these Arsenal fans, it will be enough because that's all they've ever dreamt of. Me personally, no. It's not. We haven't won a cup in God knows how long. Right? I want to win trophies. I've grown up seeing us win trophies. I want to see it again and again and again and again. Yeah? I want my son to see this club win something. And what annoys me with this, what really annoys me with this club is it's all there. I've said this to you guys before. It's all there. The infrastructure's there. You got the stadium. You got the the recognition worldwide. It's a big club. It's in London. It's all there, waiting for someone to just come along, pick it up, and run with it. It's all there. That's what bugs me, because it's there. It's not like you got to build it up from scratch. It's there. Yeah, it's there. It's a sleeping giant. That's how I like an Arsenal. I like an Arsenal. To me, they are like a sleeping giant. They need to wake up. Do you know what makes me laugh, right? Man City have lost 4 games in a row. Man City lost on Saturday. You would have thought Arsenal would have seen that and thought, do you know what? What motivation? What motivation for them to go to Stamford Bridge after seeing that and thinking, right, by hook or by crook, we need to win this game. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's the way I look at it, the way I think. God knows, I don't know. But I keep saying, while this guy, while he's here, we're not going to win anything. Listen, I stand by that. I'm telling you now, I've not been wrong yet. I've not been proved wrong yet. This guy needs to go. Edu's gone. That's one of them. 1 down, 1 to go. Simple as that. He's got to go. And all this Thomas Rosicky nonsense, knock that on the head. Knock that on the head right now. If Arsenal have got any sense and any ambition whatsoever, they do not hire him or Mertesacker. What they do is they go out and they get the best in class for that role. It's as simple as that. And if we see Rosicky or Mertesacker pop up, that is all you need to know about this club. Take my word for it. That's all you need to know. All right? Simple as that. Ali D, C&D's talking facts twice in a week. YouTube won't be able to handle it. Come on, Ali D. I love you, bro. Darren Sullivan, Dazzler, a.k.a. Bobby Dazzler. Oh, come on. Great stream, Diesel. Thank you, Dale. Nice one. Top man, mate. Early doors, Diesel. Good to see you back. Need more of this, brother. I'm off early start. Yeah, me too. Darren Sullivan, hey mate, you about on Wednesday? Dazzler, get back to him. Oh yes, oh you already have. Blimey, I'm behind, didn't I? I think that's about it, isn't it? having a fiver on Forest to beat us. Oh, mate, can you imagine? Well, they third at the minute, or they were anyway. But can you imagine? Jesus Christ! The thing is, very quickly, guys, right before I go, the problem is, it's very similar to like Man City now, where, and listen, I've got no qualms. Man City will come back. You know, like people were talking like, oh, Pep's finished. He's overnight. He's become a crap manager, and oh, Man City, yeah, they you know, all their players are useless now. No, they will come back. Trust me, right? But with similar to them and us, it's a case of teams aren't scared of us. You know, I've seen teams rock up at the Emirates, and it's not a case of, you know, they're going to put 10 men behind the ball and they're just going to make. No, teams nowadays, they're coming to the Emirates and they are coming to play. They're coming to play us. They're confident they can come to our backyard and try and get a win. You know, and I think obviously growing up, you know, Jez will attest to this. So will, you know, Darren there. You know, we grew up in an era where, as we said, you know, games were won in the tunnel. You know, you used to have the opposition looking over at Arsenal thinking, oh my God, Christ, if we could just get out of in with a 2-0 loss, we've done all right. You know, they knew they weren't going to score, let alone win. You know, it was a case of, blimey, just lads, Arsenal, go easy on us today. Yeah, please, don't embarrass us. Honestly, I swear to God, that's how it was. You know, with a lot of games, you know, in that era back then. But now you look at it and you think to yourself, you know, I look at these players we got here. I'm like, who's really scared of Kai Havertz? I mean, what defenders, you know, are playing Arsenal tomorrow and thinking, oh God, oh what an afternoon I've got. Oh, I've got to look after Havertz. Oh my God, how am I going to do it? How am I going to? No, do you know what I'm saying? They're looking at Havertz thinking, oh, can't wait to get my hands on him. You know, they don't scare Martin Odegaard with a flicking of the hair every 2 seconds. You know, don't scare opposition. You know, Mo Salah scares. Do you know what I'm saying? Haaland scares. You know, I just look at these players. Even Saka ain't scaring you. Martinelli definitely ain't. You know, Gabriel Jesus definitely ain't. I mean, Christ, who have we got really? Now, when you look at it like that, just how I've said that, look at it, that was £800 million worth spent. And I can't name you one player who the opposition would look at and think, oh my God, he scares me. Not one. Not one player in the Arsenal squad where an opposition player will look at and think, oh God, I'm scared of him. I'm worried about him. He scares me. Not one. That's a sad indictment, that. Sad. You know? But whatever. Listen, I'm gone. Guys, listen, 2 hours, 37 minutes. Thank you very much for joining me. Excuse me. Really appreciate it. As I said, just smash the likes. That's all I ask. Look, I will put the time in, but just please smash the likes. That's all I ask. Just do that for me. Good to see all you guys. Very quickly, this whole era of football's a joke. 99% of teams just play slow and robotic football. All in all, the 2020s has to be the worst decade of football of all time. Yeah, it's like fact. I'll agree with that. I'll take a Carabao Cup this season. No excuses, more than the FA. Yeah, facts, Dale. Most importantly, Arteta must lose his job, otherwise our season's over. Over anyway. Josh, of you are watching Sack Arteta and interview, big name for this club. We're finishing third, winning the cardboard cup, papers over the cracks. Ali D, Saka's a good player, but I take over Miles Perez, Sanchez, Lundberg, Limpart over him any day of the week. Facts. Ali D, great stream days. Catch you with Jez on Wednesday, hopefully. Come on, top man. And Ewan Jones, Arteta needs to go. Let's go and appoint Zidane. Lou fan, January transfer should buy a striker at least. And a Guna Matata. Everyone needs to get it out. Oi, get what out? No, I'm joking. Now, guys, listen, thank you very much. And subscribe, and obviously turn your notifications on. I'm more than likely going to see you guys Wednesday because I'm going to be teaming up with my good mate Jess. Right, love yous. I'm going to play the intro as an outro. You know what I'm saying? Have a good night. God bless. Love you all. Respect. Well, I'll take her out. Thank you. Boom. Well, well, well. Guess who it is? Diesel's back. Join me, subscribe, but get the word out. Diesel's back, and he ain't going nowhere.